Shout out to the two. Welcome back to the grid. We back again with another Fade podcast, playoff edition. Got the fellas with me today, man. What's going on with y'all, man?
All good, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that I have some company now on the playoff couch.
Oh man, sorry, you gotta make the playoffs to hit the couch, bro.
Nah. We're not. The couch is the same. The party's the same. The party's the same. You know? Make sure you wipe your shoes on the mat when you come in. You know, coats in the coat room. Bring some chips and dip. Yeah. But speaking of which, Dom, my buddy, how's it going, man? How you liking the party, man?
Recovering. I don't like it. It ain't fun.
Oh man.
Oh man, you gotta enjoy yourself, man. Listen up, man. Listen, have a shot.
It's been a couple of days. It's been there.
There's his AW.
Shout out to Lil Ham over there. We got Zilla, we got the Ravens fans in here. You know, those two. There's one guest that is particularly missing. Hopefully he'll be here soon. But he got a lot. He got a lot to answer for. He got a lot to answer for.
Got an answer for them transgressions. Y'all can hear me, right?
We can hear you. And you know, since we talk about the transgressions, you good. Since we talk about them transgressions and everything, let's go ahead and talk about each game. Let's start off with the first game that happened: the Bills versus the Colts. Very entertaining game. All the AFC games was pretty good.
The AFC games was on fire, bro.
Man, NFC games was. I know NFC games are trash, but Don, man,
it was trash. That Washington game was pretty good.
Nah. I'm talking about the other two NFC games. You know,
man,
What you mean?
Pack watch. But Don, man,
That was good.
it was alright. It was cool.
Yeah.
But Don, man, you had a live reaction on your on the video during the game and everything. I saw some of that bits and pieces. I was in and out. After now, a couple days gone past, the thoughts, man, on the game, man.
Still surreal. I don't like it. We lost on purpose, basically. Like I said during the game, I said the Colts lost to the Colts. It wasn't the Colts losing to the Bills at all, because we had a chance to win even through miscues and everything, and we still couldn't deliver in the end zone. So I feel like the Colts lost the game on purpose due to game plan. So the Bills were the better team that day. Shout out to the Bills for winning. You know, one of the best teams in the NFL this year, and I give credit where it's due. They nice.
Them really be the worst kind of losses too, when you just know you probably should have won that fucking game.
I know how that
did it.
Oh, how that is, bro.
Yeah. But nah, it was a good game, man. Like Don said, Colts had a couple miscues that they should have capitalized on. But credit to the Bills though, man. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, they look pretty decent. But overall though, I'd say that was a pretty good game. Way to kick off the football and everything. Zilly, you got any thoughts on that game?
No, I mean, it was a good game in my opinion. I think the Bills just had to get them nerves out, man. The Colts was going in there. They was playing pretty much house money. The pressure was on the Bills, and you can tell that in the beginning of that game that they was playing with a lot of pressure. I feel like coaching was real. They was holding back a little bit. I just feel like the Bills was playing real weird. That first half of the game, and once they let Josh Allen do what he's been doing all season, then they end up taking off. But like Don said, that was pretty much, I feel like the Colts just outcoached themselves. That was all coaching. Like, they got in the red zone. They start getting pretty in the red zone. I think it was the 2-yard line. They want to throw a pitch to Jonathan Taylor. And then on the third down, I forgot what they did. Or maybe I got my downs mixed up. But it got real weird down there for them. And so it was odd coaching. Man.
It was definitely coaching, man. I had said at one point, I said they lost by 3 and they left 4 points on the field. That's why it's so bad. I think they didn't take the 3 when they should have, and then they went for 2 when they shouldn't have.
Yeah,
that's 4 points.
The field goal too.
Did they? We missed. Yeah, we missed a field goal.
Yeah, I thought your kicker missed.
Because they have because they didn't have your kicker, right? Isn't your kicker out? Wasn't your kicker out?
No, Hot Rod played. He was the one that missed.
Okay, yeah. But I mean, they just left points on the board. So, but like Kid said, saying the pressure was on the Bills. They had the buzz. They were hot going in. But shout out to the Colts though, man. They fought hard, and we know that they have an interesting offseason because it seems like that they right there. They just got to get the quarterbacks together.
They lost.
But moving on to the next. Which you talking Marlon Mack? They give that Marlon Mack the way.
I'm talking about Bills. Is he for the?
You talking about Moss?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but they
so
signed, they signed what you call it today though.
Devontae Freeman, right?
Mm-hmm. But he can't play this week.
But
that's how I understand.
Yeah, he can't play this. Yeah, he can't play this week because of the COVID protocol. So if they're in the AFC Championship, he'll be there. So they got to go. They got to go this week.
That might be a good thing. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy right here.
That might be good. I don't know what it is. We just refuse to cover running backs out the backfield.
So look at this
thing, and that's a pretty good receiving back over there.
Look at this bias
to get for free. So
anyway, moving on to Kid probably enjoyed this game the most. We have the Rams taking on the Seahawks. Now, Jared Goff didn't get to start in this game, although he played for the most of it. The quarterback that started ended up going out with a concussion. And I didn't understand if Jared Goff was looking like that when he came in. I don't know why he just didn't start off with, but Rams held Seahawks in check. The offense couldn't do anything. It mostly was, I would say it was a defensive game real early on. It didn't get real going until later on. But yeah, man, the Rams dominated them. In the words of Hamp, Jalen Ramsey had DK Metcalf in Pelican Bay yet again.
Every time this his mind.
Boy, you saw DK on the sideline, but but Kid, man, what is your thoughts on the whole sales? Because you've been on the Russ gas. Russ is overrated. He's average, trained, even though you still have a top 5 quarterback.
Seahawks just fired their coordinator.
I don't know. Russ got coordinator fired. That's crazy. Look. I've been trying to keep y'all in check with this whole Russ stuff for weeks now, for months. I'm trying to tell y'all this, man. Y'all ain't want to listen to me. But it's cool though. Everything came to light this weekend, and it's unfortunate that they couldn't get it done. But it happens, and it's crazy that happened because I feel like the Seahawks probably would have won if they'd have left old boy still at quarterback. If that backup was still the quarterback, I think they would have won that game. But the box safety Jamal Adams out there, linebacker playing safety. He out here, going at people's heads and stuff like that.
Hey, shoulder hit if you don't get out of here with that.
Hey, he was talking a whole lot of
noise. He was talking. Nah, he
firing up cigars last week.
Right.
Nah, I'm not discrediting the performance, but we ain't going like that's a dirty hit. We're not doing that. I'm not going to allow that to happen.
No. Sometimes you gotta let these guys play.
Linebacker playing safety. That's all it is. And but no, off of that, all jokes aside.
So you Troy Polamalu? That's what you're saying?
Whoa.
Yeah, look. You see how he jumped in here right on time? That's crazy.
Oh, boy. Oh, there you go.
The coward has shown his
face. Hey, let's finish up this. Let's finish up this game real quick. Let's finish up the Rams Seahawks because we gotta get to the Steelers Browns. Let's finish up Rams Seahawks. Let's finish this up.
That's not came from. But no, I had picked the Rams to win that game, and I wasn't surprised that they won it. I mean, they kind of banged up right now. Hopefully those guys get right.
Look at this guy.
But it was a good game, man. Rush, like I said, they at home. They just some of these teams is just not the same without that crowd. Maybe if the 12 was there, maybe that game is a little bit different. But are
you praying that AD is missing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna. I don't expect him to be as effective. With him if he was healthy. I mean, he's gonna.
You don't think he is, or you hoping he is?
You hoping.
He got a rib injury. I mean, if he won the playoffs, he probably would have missed this game. I mean, but you gotta leave it all on the line.
It don't matter.
That's one of the freak accidents too. Because
80% Aaron Donald is still better than anybody else.
A rib injury as a lineman. Damn, been there.
80% of him is still.
But I was about to say, I'm pretty sure 80% Aaron Donald probably still better than any other defensive tackle.
He's still gonna eat.
I ain't saying he's gonna be bad, but I mean he's gonna be banged up.
Didn't he have 2 sacks too?
Yeah. He had 2 sacks in the first quarter, and it was on 1-on-1 blocking too.
Yeah,
so bad.
And aren't y'all missing a lineman?
They missing a Bakhtiari, the left tackle.
That's why they stopped. That's why they stole ours.
Donald, he's in. All right, we still got our guys in the inside, so that ain't. I
mean, Donald move around. I mean, all I'm saying is you still got your guys in the inside, but you saw with Seattle. I mean, they ain't as good as y'all, but you put him 1-on-1.
You done.
They'll figure it out.
Last thing about the Seahawks is Pete Carroll on Packwatch?
Oh no, that's where I was about to go. So I'm about to say, so what's the dialogue with Pete Carroll? Because ever since the whole Marshawn Lynch incident, they not looking too high. What was that stat that I said earlier? I showed you earlier, kid.
They probably got one playoff win. I don't know what stats you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure that the last time I seen them win a playoff game was against the Eagles last year. And that's because Wentz went out. Who knows how that game would have played out if Wentz didn't go out, the first drive or whatever. I'm just saying, man. I've been trying to put y'all on that Seahawks stuff for a while now, man. Seahawks is not that same team. That's what I was trying to tell Zill. Like, bro, you talking about I hope the Packers get the Seahawks. I'm like, bro, I ain't worried about the Seahawks. That team is not good, dog. It's not.
The team hasn't been the same. Ever since they made the switch to be offensively oriented, it hasn't been the same. It wasn't like it was back then when they were a defensive oriented team. And I think that's been the difference for them. They can't run the ball, but they're throwing everything and they're not playing any defense. Well, not elite defense.
Ham, what you saying? I was about to say, it sounds like the Steelers to me. I was about to say, it sounds just like the Steelers to me, Ham.
Whenever y'all ready to go, man. Whenever y'all ready to go, let me know. Whenever y'all ready to go, I'm going to be the first one to jump in there.
We about to go right now. But the last thing I got to say is how much longer y'all think Pete Carroll got before it's time to move on?
2 years. He got 2 years.
2 years.
If he don't improve,
2 years, and that's only because of the Super Bowl.
I don't know. It's weird. I mean, seeing Doug out the game. I mean, hey, I give him 2 years. Everybody likes.
See, they haven't been Eagles bad though, but I don't really think that whole Eagles situation is crazy because they can't stay healthy on offense or defense over there.
So is that the coach's fault then? No.
I
mean,
think
coach don't make you injured.
But that's the first person to blame, though.
I thought Doug sabotaged.
I blame for injuries. I blame the staff more than the coach.
And you're not gonna fire the staff though.
And we gonna get to the Eagles and everything with whole Doug Pederson stuff. But let's go ahead and move on, man, to the game we all want to talk about. Boy, it got so bad. Boy, got put in Twitter jail, bro. He looked like DK Metcalf versus Jalen Ramsey.
Come on, man.
That boy was in Pelican Bay that night. So boy, take us through that whole game, man. What's up? And then also talk about your players afterwards being sore losers.
That man. Okay. All right.
You on the floor, bro. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna let you on the floor. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna say the football guys got us. It's okay. It's all right. They can go ahead and have it. They can go ahead and have it. I ain't tripping on it, but it's okay. We're gonna come back. Now, this game was, I don't know what the fuck this game was. But my boy Big Ben looked like a warrior. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care what none of y'all say.
You better not gas him that 500-yard performance.
No, I'm about to gas it. All right. No. Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. The fucking jig is up. We couldn't run the ball. And my boy had to literally throw 67 times. When you're on 3rd and 1, when you're on 3rd and 1 and you scared that your running back is not going to do the job,
Le'Veon Bell would have got that yard.
Better than Le'Veon.
Yeah, I thought he's better than Le'Veon. What's up?
All right. Now y'all want to bring up Le'Veon. I'm not going to do that.
Hey, you said James Conner was going to get 1,000.
You said that. That's what you said. That was your words.
Because, I'm going to roll with my team regardless. Le'Veon was cool, but I'm not giving him that. It was also when our line was young, too, and our line was healthy. So I'm not giving you that. I'm not giving him that. That game, they definitely just showed the flaws, and everybody was just not on the same page. It was fucking weird. It looked like that 2011 Super Bowl again, where everybody was just doing their own thing, and they got smacked. So
whoa, sir.
Can I explain? Did you give me the floor?
Man.
Go ahead. He's wounded. He's wounded. Can't let him. He's wounded.
Now I got youngins, and that's what I'm gonna call them, youngins acting reckless on social media, which I still don't get. Y'all lost. Just take the loss. This is one thing Steelers don't do is we don't bitch and moan. We're not the Ravens. Now
watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Sorry, can I finish?
Go ahead.
I got to be on floor. Thank you. My boy over there, explaining himself and explaining, dude, you got smacked. Just take the smack. But again, they are young, and y'all need to relax. There was a lot of dick smoking all up in them comments and the timelines and everything. It was a lot of dissing, especially from him. I'll call you out later. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give y'all this. Y'all won. Football guys won. Y'all still ain't shit. But
I tried to tell y'all.
Hey,
everybody was laughing at us. I tried to tell people.
I'm gonna say I apologize for all the injury jokes. I made a lot of injury jokes.
Shit.
I wish death on a few people.
Whoa.
I was wilding. It all came back. Yeah.
Nah, boy, this ain't the boy I know that it's just one loss. We was 11-1. What happened?
His first W in the playoffs. I'm wounded. I am hurt.
Playoff loss.
This dude was talking about the Browns and the Ravens all year, and happened to lose to Baker Mayfield. That's tough.
I'm not listening to a man whose team lost at the same time as mine.
At least we put up a fight, sir. We put up a fight.
We did too, technically.
Man, I was down 28 in the first. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Loss or loss. I mean, take the L, take the L, but we still on the couch together. So, and remember, you lost to this team that couldn't run either. So, whatever.
What was the for the Browns before that game was like 3.5. Because I feel like Marquise Pouncey did put $500,000 before the game started.
Marquise Pouncey literally sold us. I don't want to just blame one person. But it looked,
bro. That's
wow.
That hell, bro. It
was a little.
Be doing
that man,
like
he threw that like it was a punt.
It was literally just a little suspect how much he was messing up in the game. I'm not saying do an investigation. I don't want to pull a Trumpito, but the loss seemed a little rigged. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man.
So
I'm just saying, y'all haven't been the same since the election. Y'all a bunch of Trump supporters.
Hey.
Floor, I gotta ask you this question, boy. Is this the last time we see Ben Roethlisberger in the NFL uniform? Was that the last time?
It's a strong possibility, man. It's a strong possibility.
Nah. Y'all need to
I hope so, because I can't justify. I love Ben. I love him in a Steelers uniform, but you are not worth $41 million.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think he's coming back, but I don't think it's because how he played. I think it's that $41 million.
It's that $41 million. You do not pay Ben that.
He didn't earn it.
That defense in order.
He didn't earn it.
He got $500.
No, I'm not saying he didn't.
Sir, this is the Pittsburgh Steelers, sir. This ain't no power franchise.
No, Pittsburgh is all about loyalty. Pittsburgh is all about loyalty.
Y'all, this ain't baseball.
Pittsburgh is all about loyalty.
You can't pay 40-year-olds $40 million, G.
Pittsburgh
for a year?
They trying to win, bro. All us fellas, we trying to win. That's what the Pittsburgh Steelers about.
Really? I can't tell.
We get the loyalty thing, sir.
I can't tell.
Let me ask this: didn't they just gave him that money like 2 years ago, right?
2 years ago, but it was like 3 years ago.
So they knew this was gonna happen when they gave him that money, right?
I mean, maybe they were just feeling themselves. I don't know. I don't understand.
Out, obviously, they seem like they got it out. So I mean,
they got it out apparently.
Every contract
that guarantee money is up.
He hasn't.
And I ain't saying get rid of Tomlin, but you can't let these wide receivers run the shit. You looking?
You crazy?
Man,
if you fire Tomlin, y'all
looking a little loose again. That's all I'm saying.
Basically, if y'all fire Tomlin, you're basically rebuilding.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Look at at the end of the day, look at our team. Our team is already full of 21-year-olds. I mean,
y'all almost went undefeated. That's no excuse.
Right? 11-0. What happened? 11-0.
Sir, we're not about to pay $40 million. We're not doing it. He about to go somewhere else.
No, he's gonna replace AB. No, he's gonna replace AB. No,
you can't get rid of your number one receiver.
For that, y'all acting like he's like in year 7. He's in year 3.
Why would you get rid of him?
You out of there, bro.
Y'all go from Corvette.
Nah, but all serious though, this was bad on the Steelers' part. And the whole time people were saying they can't run the football, and everybody said, "Oh, they got Ben," all this stuff. It comes back to bite you in the ass a little bit. So the Steelers, James Conner's a free agent. He's probably not going to be back, and if he is, it's going to be a short-term thing. I think the Steelers got to go draft a running back. They better go ahead and get that boy from Alabama, Najee Harris. Better go.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I was talking about that.
Time out. No, we not about to go past that. What, kid?
Huh?
You say Najee Harris, the running back of Alabama, about to be a what?
Hey, I'm just saying. Bro.
Nah. Say it again.
You hear this coward?
You heard him.
This coward talking about
for somebody that for somebody that always talking about the Pats paying people, I'm not hearing nothing I'm liking coming from you.
Back over here, bro. This is Packers now.
You see this? This man talking about paying.
Y'all got some elite talent coming up to be paid.
Hey.
And he
you paid your left tackle top dollar to not to keep your running back.
Smart franchises do not
That's
pay.
what I'm saying. You don't pay Big Ben this year. Aaron Jones might be open, baby.
Listen,
Aaron Jones might be open for business.
No, what?
My running backs on that squad. Y'all gonna pay Mark Ingram?
No.
Mark Ingram.
They got J.K. Dobbins.
They got Gus Edwards.
So what? Y'all gonna pay him? He'll be
No.
on
Got Lamar.
No.
I've been saying who our best running back is. JK.
Yeah, I thought Aaron Jones was a top 5 running back. So I mean, why don't you want a top 5 running back with Aaron Rodgers, who's supposed to be the best quarterback? I'm not understanding this. If you got a top 5 running back, the best left tackle, the best wide receiver according to you, the best quarterback according to you, why would you want that?
In the Super Bowl.
Because hey man, even having all those tools sometimes don't equate to a goddamn ring.
I'm gonna ask you.
I know.
I just want yes or no. Do you pay a running back $20 million a year?
$20 million a year? What are you talking about?
We're talking about $20 million a year.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones is gonna hit about $18-20 million a year, bro.
That's good cap.
That's your problem. You're the one that said you don't pay him.
No. Do you pay a running back $18
That's your problem. That ain't ours.
He's only hitting that on the market. If you really wanted him, you would pay him before he reaches there so you can get a discount. Everybody knows that.
He ain't gonna get no discount. He don't.
Derrick Henry's getting $15 million a year. He's not.
And you know what? And with Derrick Henry doing that, he set them back. He should.
Right.
He should have asked
him and Zeke set him back because now people looking like you don't pay them guys if they just gonna get their money and then not perform.
I highly disagree.
Exactly.
This man gets 2,000 yards.
Derrick Henry, hold on real quick. Hold on.
What do you want from a running back?
Hold on real quick, Cam. We're not gonna do that with Derrick Henry. We're not about to do that.
2,000 yards. What more do you want from him?
Look.
No, okay, so what he's saying when he set them back, that's not a bad thing. He's saying he reset the market to where it should be. Ain't Zeke getting 20 mil?
No. Zeke set him back. I agree with Zeke. Zeke been dog shit.
This is where I got messed
up. But Derrick Henry has been living up to his.
Gurley didn't get messed up with Zeke. It was Gurley that he just got hurt.
Yeah. But Gurley played good the first couple of years.
I mean, but you still look at Zeke and you be like, well,
I'm talking about Aaron Jones. I said once Joe Mixon got 18 a year, that's where his limit. That's where his line starts. It starts with Joe Mixon.
Got 18.
Yeah, Joe Mixon get 18.
Yeah, I think so.
Cincinnati's not paying.
But Joe Mixon is still. What's Joe Mixon's age?
No, but listen, it don't matter. If I'm Aaron Jones, I'm looking at Joe Mixon getting 18. I had a better career than Joe Mixon. I can at least get 19.
What's his age though?
Joe Mixon and Aaron Jones are about the same age, but Cincinnati's not paying anybody though. That's why he was able to get that much money. Because
Aaron Jones is 2 years.
And by the time it's time for Cincinnati to pay anybody, that guaranteed money gonna be done.
Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pay. Because they still got
the Packers are gonna pay Aaron Jones, hoping that Aaron Rodgers' contract comes off in the next 2 years.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers' contract's coming off in the next year or so. So Jordan Love time.
Ain't no next year. He got about 2-3 years, bro.
Back on this Steelers pack. Sir, you told me Chase Claypool was this great receiver. I ain't seen none of that on Sunday. What happened with him? I see him on TikTok talking about film, complaining.
He finally got that 100-yard thing that y'all was constantly complaining about.
Man, that does not count. He got that joint like in the fourth quarter on a blow. I ain't trying to hear that.
Did he get it or not?
He got it. I get that. He got it. I get that. He got it.
It only took for you to be in.
Goddamn quarterback threw the ball 70 times. I hope
what did kids say? Yo, Patriot. What did kids say?
Yeah, garbage time. That's a garbage time 100 yard.
Garbage time.
That's garbage time
number.
numbers.
Running back can't get you 1 yard. You put it all on.
Isn't that an indictment on Juju even more? Y'all can't run the ball. Y'all can't even run the ball, and he still can't get 100 yards.
Hey. Got some issues we got to take care of in the offseason. And we got to get better and better coaches.
Out of your 3 receivers, I like what's number 19? What's his name?
Deontay Johnson?
I like him. I like him.
But I said this all season. I'm like,
I've been said that. That's their best.
Might overlap him. I didn't. But he also had number 1 in drops. So you still take the good with the bad.
He
also gets the most targets,
Somebody who ain't not may say much, but what's up with your boy Ebron though over there dancing and everything before the game and they do nothing.
Whoa. Whoa,
Sir,
first of all,
Debo
that's
is
not
doing
my
his
boy.
thing. We're not
That
gonna
is not my boy.
Oh,
That
Speaking
is
of dancing,
not my
why
boy.
was
We're not gonna
Juju?
The
disrespect
sassiest of the sassy dances.
Why was
That
Juju
is not
dancing
my
down
boy.
20 in the fourth?
Hey, we came within like what 10, and then when you can't run the ball,
Garbage time.
you gotta throw it every time.
Those were garbage time numbers.
It was that punt. It was that punt on like fourth down. That's
And I didn't want to bring that up. But that
Stop
it
worrying
just
about
it
that.
shows
The game
it.
was
It
over.
shows it. He didn't have a choice. He like, yo,
I already had like what 7 minutes.
The
left.
game was over by then. Stop worrying about that.
Let's
not over. What are you talking about?
It went over.
Boy, I can go on and on talk more trash, but I'm gonna save it. I ain't gonna do it on this podcast. I'm gonna let you live. I'll talk to you later on personal. But let's go ahead and segue from one AFC North matchup
right now
to another. Nah, because it's gonna be the whole season, gonna be the whole year. You was talking big trash the whole time, and I told you if y'all lose, you better watch it. I told you, and that's what I'm gonna tell the kid too.
I hate to say you was right, but you a Patriots fan, so fuck you forever.
Bro, you
Go ahead,
boy,
man,
I kept trying to warn. I said, boy, you better watch it. I said, y'all not looking that good. Y'all undefeated, but it ain't looking good. Look, boy,
Sir,
look.
If my team winning, I'm gonna celebrate.
Boy.
I think the craziest thing about anything that's happened on the podcast was Dime warned Boyd about them last 5 games, and Boyd just laughed about it.
He did. He was like, the Browns gonna take us out. I remember it. I heard it.
He kept saying this. He kept saying we played 3 games in 12 days. It's fine. Then another loss. Oh no, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh, we're just resting.
I ain't gonna talk about this tainted season. Now you gonna get me on my goddamn. You're gonna give me on a big tainted season. What I mean is that this season was very much cheated to the Steelers.
You could tell something was wrong with you.
Right, go ahead, man.
Man, but moving on from
COVID ring.
Moving on from one AFC North win to another AFC North team win. Hamp finally.
It's about damn time.
Your boy finally got his first.
Finally, it was 2 games.
Sir, it's been 3 years.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about all this now? My guy.
But you act like he played bad last year.
He was on the timeline, preaching.
Lamar played better last year.
Oh, here we go. Go ahead.
My guy, let's win with some class. I'm like, damn, everybody speaking right. You got the Ravens,
Man,
Let me get close when I say fuck that.
They crazy.
Hold on.
Hamp's gonna go against Ed Reed. Hold on.
You heard what I said.
You gonna go against Ed Reed?
That is my GOAT. Ain't nobody better. But you need to understand, if you gonna be quiet when they did it to us, we don't want to hear about it when it comes back. We don't want to hear about it.
Oh man.
Hey,
I didn't say all that.
It sounds like he's trying to get on TV. Sound like a sucker.
Are he trying to get TVs out? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what it sounds.
I mean, he coaching, and he coaching with Miami right now, right?
Yeah, he coaching at Miami.
Oh yeah, he good.
He good. Assistant.
He's coaching. He's coaching.
Oh, he said he a face. Oh man, he just a name.
It might be because they ain't looking too good in Miami either.
Oh, you say he just a name.
That might be for recruiting.
I was gonna say that's for recruiting.
That's what it sounds like.
No coach.
I don't think they letting him call none.
Oh, he a consultant. But what you about to say? Go ahead. Talk about your Ravens winning.
It was a big deal. The only thing that could have made it better was had it been against the Steelers, but it wasn't. It didn't work out that way. But they got that win. It was a good win. It was a solid win. I was a little annoyed yesterday. I had a little time because I had some time.
I saw you.
Check out what they were saying. You had
a lot of time on your hands, sir.
I had a little time to check out what they were saying. I didn't like what I was hearing, but it's all good.
Man, all they were saying is you can't throw some bullshit.
Which is kind of crazy at this point, but I mean, we'll get past it.
Y'all look like a bunch of thugs out there.
Lamar.
Whoa. Chill.
300 yards when we lost. Like, it don't make sense.
Those were garbage time yards, though.
Which is interesting that we got a Steelers fan talking about he went out like a god. And ain't that the same thing that Lamar did when he got smoked by
Lamar's
the Titans last
stats
year?
were better last year. Exactly.
But nah, kid, what you think about the game, man? And also talk about what you think about the Ravens dancing on Titans logo too, man. They're not shaking hands
with that. I ain't gonna like that. I mean, they went out there. Ravens finally did what they did 2 years ago. Well, not even this. I ain't gonna say 2 years ago. I say last year. They should have did last year.
We did what we had to do. Stop Derrick Henry, force him
play
to
their
throw.
game. Don't get caught up in the media talking about Lamar got to play a certain way. They want to see him play a certain way. Just go out there. If you got to,
it's a setup. It's a setup every time. Every week, everybody talking about he not throwing for 300. You can't win that way. But they don't say that about nobody else. He don't need to throw for 300. Throwing for 300 is what's gonna get us beat because that ain't what we do.
Right. And so they go out there. It might not be the prettiest way, but hey, a dub is a dub, in my opinion. Like I said,
you're right.
Apologize for winning.
Boyd should know that Tebow beat him.
That's what they did. That's what they got to do. Then that's what they got to do. Play your style.
Yeah,
doesn't work that way because I like a matchup this week too.
So Dom,
I want to say it.
Buffalo don't stop the run.
What you think, Dom, on this Ravens Titans game?
They did what I asked them. I asked all the Ravens fans to do the job and beat the Titans, the frauds. And they did that. So I'm happy for Lamar and them to get the job done. Best of luck to them in the rest of the playoffs.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna talk about the king. Talk about that guy.
I was about to get that hand. I got you. See, look, you got all. I got you. But all I gotta say about this game, though, I thought it was pretty good. I think the Ravens, they, like Kid said, they did their game plan. Shout out to the OC. He didn't differentiate from it when it wasn't working because it was a defensive game for the most part. I would say. It was a real defensive game, very physical. Shout out to the defensive line, which let me give Hamp credit now before he say anything. Hamp was calling it the whole week last week. Me and Hamp was talking the whole time. He was saying this is the first time the whole defense has been healthy. Jimmy Smith, Calais, all them boys, Derek Wolf, everybody was healthy. And he said that's going to be a difference that nobody was talking about. And that was a huge difference. Derek Henry didn't even get a first down yesterday or Sunday, I should say. So kudos to them. And in terms of them not shaking hands like that or stepping on the logo, I love it. I love it. Everybody wants people to act like that until it actually happens. I love it. If it's a rivalry now at this point, like that to me, that was.
If it was the Seahawks rivalry, bro, that's
if it wasn't officially a rivalry, then that declared a rivalry, and I'm upset that the NFL they can't play each other next year. They're not only scheduled to listen to the playoffs. But I like it though. If it's a real rivalry, hey, ain't no let's be cordial and all that stuff. Nah, F that, man.
I think it's funny that everybody loved it when they did it to us, but now it's a problem.
Yeah, and let me tell you this. I don't know what is going on with Malcolm Butler because he was talking so much trash. I don't know what that got into him. I saw him getting Lamar in the middle finger. I said, God, that's what's going on.
Yeah, it's crazy because and then when you get Lamar's explanation of why they didn't shake hands, he says that they didn't even see what happened with Harbaugh until after the game was over with because they're in the locker room.
Yeah, they didn't see it.
They felt the way about it since week 11.
Yeah,
and I mean that's one coach you're not gonna do that with and think everything is smooth.
Yeah, this game was a good game, man. Good game. It was a good game.
Yeah, you know this ain't nobody ever tried to Belichick.
Oh man, here we go.
They
too scared.
He'll probably order a hitman.
Bill into this.
They scared he's just gonna film what they doing.
Like the white suit.
The game
it's under Gillette. I told you.
I mean, the Patriots no more, man. Y'all done, man.
Hey! I just said one comment that's about the greatness of Bill Belichick. Relax. But speaking on him, let's talk about Derrick Henry. It didn't look too good. Him, Derrick Henry, DK Metcalf, I would say were probably two of the top 5, top 10. I would not, and I'm not saying hype because they're bad, but the people who were talked about a lot in the media the whole time this whole year. And you saw the playoff time, they got frustrated and everything. Derrick Henry was on the sideline. Coach Ray was trying to talk to him. It's that frustrating thing. So, Kid, you a TO guy. Is that an issue? When the guys like that not having a good game, especially in the playoffs, was that an issue?
I mean, look, I think what the Ravens did, that was just a game plan thing. They stopped Derrick Henry. That's what's up. I mean, Derrick Henry has his warranted that. But I just think the gas that DK was getting, he's not a good route runner, and that you need that. Listen, I think in the playoffs, especially, you get some occasions where those non-route runs can take over games. But if you can't run routes in the playoffs, bro, you get matched up with a certain team like the Rams. They matched up well, like last time, but the second time they played the Seahawks, they motioned out DK a lot, which pretty much took him away from Ramsey. But when they went back to that, I think they got baited into that matchup again, especially early in that game where they want to match up DK with Ramsey, and he can't run routes. And so they out there forcing short passes to him, which led to that pick six, trying to give him a wide
beautiful play.
Right,
bro. That was the play of the weekend, bro. That was the play of the week. I don't mean to cut you off here, but I don't think people realize how hard of a play that had to be. And like Sherman said it, he said it. If he was in a cloud flat too, which means you got to step back first. Oh man, that was a beautiful play. I mean to cut you off, kid, but that was amazing. Jumped the bubble screen and everything.
I'm not like DK being, not DK. Derrick Henry being stopped. That's just good. That's just a good game plan. But I wasn't surprised by DK being stopped, bro. That didn't shock me at all.
Yeah, no, it because I felt like with Derrick Henry, like I when I was telling him, I said I think he'll get like 100 yards, like the way against the Packers did.
How little he did though. I wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
But besides that push off on a touchdown, Marlon Humphrey
the game should have been close.
Marlon Humphrey was getting
the rest gave them
by AJ Brown though.
Yeah, in the first quarter, it was kind of bad. It was a little rough. The next 3 quarters, they didn't get shit.
It was a defensive game after that, on both sides.
They made them adjustments in the second quarter, which is a good thing because normally Wink don't make his adjustments till halftime. He made them shits in the second quarter.
That's what he did. He did that at halftime too. He came out. He kept running the same set, just doing
it. A couple coaches, man. We're gonna have to steal an offensive coordinator for one of these motherfuckers.
I mean, the sales is fine there, so go ahead and take there. But but yeah, man. With the whole Derrick Henry Ravens game, I would say this was probably I wouldn't say it's the game of the weekend, but it was pretty good. I liked it, everything. And Ravens got the Bills next, so hopefully the Titans can kind of build on what they had. They got to fix their defense. There's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of turnover in the defense. They got
to worry about free agency because they got a lot of guys that they not gonna keep.
This is probably going to be this is going to determine if the Titans are going to be one and done like a Jaguars type thing where they're good for 1 year and they fall off, or if they're going to be consistent for the next 5 to 10 because they got the guy, they got Derrick Henry, but they got to fix that defense. Some of those corners ain't gonna come back. I was talking to Taz.
It sounds like it's a quarterback in that game that can't throw when he behind. That's what it sounds like.
Oh man.
Oh man, you are throwing shots, sir.
That's what it sounds like. Because I've been hearing the noise. It just sounds like somebody once they thought it was sweet when it was up, and then when they wasn't up no more, they throwing picks and shit. That's really blame Tannehill for getting your logo stomped on. It was his fault.
Oh man, because of that pick. But moving on to it. So that was all the AFC games. We're gonna go to the NFC games. Moving on, man. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Washington Football Team. It wasn't boring. It was very entertaining.
Man, this game was boring as shit.
Hey, before we start, shout out to Taylor Heineke, because I don't know if it was him, the defense combination of both. It could have been that, but Taylor Heineke was out there looking like Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this man is out here dying, scrambling like. JPP, Shaq Barrett, the boys could not
watch to slip up and let him go. I was like, hey man, let him go. Let him be free and come somewhere.
But Taylor Heineke and them boys on offense, which I said the Washington has a chance because of the pass rush. I said if they ran the football, they have a chance. And I thought the game would be kind of close like this, but I thought it would be more so them running the football versus them passing. So kudos to them. But the Buccaneers, man, they came out, was on fire. Brady looked good. Leonard Fournette probably had his greatest game since those Jaguars days in 2017. AB got a touchdown, and it seems like AB get a touchdown like every single week now. That's crazy. Juju can't get in the end zone, but
he did get in the end zone. What are you talking
Speaking
about?
Hey, hold on. Let's backtrack just for a little bit. Speaking of ex-players, if the Chiefs win, which I think everybody's going to pick them to win this week,
wins.
Will both Le'Veon Bell and AB have playoff wins?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, it feels good to be carried up on favorite teams. Oh. That's some suckers.
Didn't AB had 100, didn't he?
AB had 100. AB had 100.
I could not wait until y'all came.
Now Le'Veon probably gonna get carried.
Hold on, Le'Veon went on the current championship team that didn't need him, but he added himself.
And they ain't been using him.
He went to a team.
He's a decoy. He's a decoy.
Still gonna count though.
Tampa Bay needs AB.
I'm gonna say Tampa Bay needs AB.
Le'Veon Bell's a decoy.
Listen,
do they really
need AB? What are you talking about?
Yeah, they do. Tampa Bay
using them. They using AB. They ain't like he getting carried.
Kudos for them to landed back on their feet.
Kid, you was the same one saying whatever team get AB is going to become better. That's what you said before AB got signed. So what are you talking about?
They don't.
He said that before he went to Brady. Now he went to Brady. Now all of a sudden he want to change it.
Mike Evans almost went out for the season. Like they need AB.
Yeah, that's why they got him.
I don't like that we didn't get him now.
But that's why they got AB because they thought Mike Evans because Godwin was hurt.
Stop moving the goalpost, you coward.
All right, bro. They need AB now.
It sounds like he's scared.
Hold on,
He's scared. He's scared.
Like AB wasn't compared to Jerry Rice prior to him leaving. It's like, come on, y'all. Like let's be real here.
Brady had all those weapons. You telling me if the Buccaneers did not have AB, you telling me Brady ain't got no weapons?
They still would have won.
It would have been tougher. It would have been tougher.
He's still in the
They would have won, right?
At that time, AB was only signed because Godwin was. I think he had to get surgery again or something, but he was banged up the whole entire year. And
I didn't hear that.
What'd you say?
I didn't hear that energy before the season started. Y'all said, "Hey, Tom Brady had all the weapons." Now all of a sudden he needed AB.
I'm not.
Yeah, we got hurt, and then O.J. Howard went down. Like all the weapons that we said got hurt in the middle of the season. He needed AB.
Still more than enough.
I'm telling you like this. Y'all need to start doing what I do and just stop listening to Kid because this is the same dude that called a guy tight end that had 1,013 touchdowns. So
That's crazy.
Stop listening to Kid.
It's crazy.
Y'all, listen. You gotta hear me now, but don't worry, he'll come back. I was right on Russ. I remember somebody made All Pro. Did the other guy make All Pro? I don't think he did. Where was he at on my list? Oh yeah,
like I said.
If we doing that,
where was Khalil?
Yeah, where's Justin Jefferson? If we doing that, then I got a lot of stuff I can say.
Where was Khalil Mack this weekend? I didn't see him. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
that team stinks. We've been telling you that since the season started.
My God,
you're the one that told us
sucks.
they had the best defense in the league.
Exactly.
You said it was them and Tampa Bay. Over the
Man, can't be saying the NFC.
they did not have a
Say, did you say the Bears had the best defense? So
Bears
You sure did.
I was the Bears.
You said that they were better than the Steelers defense at full strength. Chicago.
Yeah, whatever.
They were.
Whatever.
They had 5 wins because of the defense. It wasn't because of the offense.
That doesn't mean they're the better. They play in the NFC
But the Steelers
North.
got 11 wins because of the defense. That makes them better.
They didn't. Hold on. They didn't even have NFC North opponents in those first 6 weeks.
okay, I do want to say this. Kid said that's because when the Bears were 5-1. So when the Seahawks were like 5-1, 4-2, something like that, when they were like that and Russ was playing well, I'm gonna use that same logic. Then you talk about you was right with Russ. Like you're contradicting yourself.
Listen, I didn't believe it at first. I wanted to the season. I already believed it, bro.
Yeah, they played the Lions week 1.
That was y'all gassing up shit, bro.
They played the Lions week 1.
Listen, all those
Don't be so sad, big dog.
Kid talking about the Bears defense is the best. They played the Lions, Giants, and the Falcons first 3 weeks.
It was good.
Probably the worst schedule you could have probably played.
It was good. Hold on, the Ravens went on the win streak and y'all ain't play nobody. Y'all was gassing that up. Talk about it.
Nigga, I ain't play nobody all year.
Hold on. Our record is better. Hold on, we have what?
My guy, you lost.
Played nobody. Y'all was like 3-5 against the Vikings.
You lost to the Vikings. Oh yeah.
We was 4-2.
You lost to Dalvin Cook running it up.
That was crazy. Y'all almost lost. Y'all should have lost on that fumble. Was his karma to me because you made fun of MVS and this.
Nah. That is not karma. No.
That one the fumble.
Y'all just lost because y'all stink and y'all can't beat us. We smacked that whole division.
Hey, look, you celebrate like that was our Super Bowl. Now where y'all at?
No, we didn't. No, I only acted that way because you was talking trash since the season started.
I told you that game was irrelevant.
Why is every game their Super Bowl, but when you lose, it ain't?
Hey,
listen. First of all, I'm gonna need Zilla to have that energy behind his own team. I don't want you hedging no more, Zilla.
Hey y'all, even before the season started, he said, "Oh, I can't wait to match up with the coach. Daddy coming back in town." I was like, "What? Yeah, Adam's cooking rolls. He can't wait." That's all he was saying the whole season.
He did cook rolls. What you talking about? He cooked all that.
But you lost.
Wasn't Rhodes the number 1 cornerback?
Yeah, he wasn't even really matched up against him. He was on opposite side. He had that tight end.
Adams does. Adams runs from.
Adams is going up against Rocky Sin, and you know he cooking him. Like, what are we doing here?
Adams
it's like a third string corner.
That's what he does. He don't go against the good corner.
That tight end was cooking the third string corner.
Play our game.
Yeah, we play our game. You see, you hear?
But back on the topic, man, the Bucks they look good, man. All I gotta say is Chase Young. Hey, shout out to Chase Young though. He had an unbelievable season, defensive rookie of the year. Hey, like Shannon Sharp said, you make those checks, you got to cash in. That offensive line held up. I don't think Chase Young touched Tom Brady.
You think he gonna get it? You think he gonna get it?
Get what?
Yeah, defensive rookie of the year.
Who else?
Who else?
Queen.
Hell no.
Queen,
man.
And I love and him. You know me, him.
Why not?
Hey,
why not?
Chase Young, dog.
He got double tackles. He got the sacks. He got a couple picks.
But did Patrick Queen change the culture like Chase Young did? Chase Young was the look.
Listen, man.
What?
Chase Young's the voice of that defense.
He might be. He's a young defensive captain. I'm happy for him. He's a dog. But when there got to be some semblance of how we making these votes.
You know, these votes don't come down to real stats. They come back to who pop out more.
Oh man.
You saying it's like the NBA? Like
When it comes to stats, when it comes to awards like that, it don't come down to stats. Yeah, it don't come down to stats.
So you're telling me that that there's name weight behind that stuff, right?
Shut up, kid. But like I was saying, that's why the MVP award always goes to the quarterback, no matter what you look like.
I knew he was gonna say so. That's why I knew he was gonna say that. That's why he say that. I knew he was gonna come and say that.
That's why I'm like, shut up, kid. Shut up. Let me finish.
It ain't a hell no, but Chase Young, he got the buzz, and also like I said, he changed. Like when you think of the Washington football team, you think of Chase Young. When you say the Ravens on defense, don't even say offense. Don't even say the Ravens.
It's Hump.
It's Hump. So
who's getting defensive player of the year vote?
I mean, if it's not Aaron Donald, I don't know.
I think Donald's gonna get it. Donald's gonna get it for sure.
Aaron Donald.
Him or TJ Watt.
I'm about to say him or TJ.
That boy Hump got 10 forced fumbles.
That's crazy, ain't it?
That's real crazy.
You gotta make all pro to get consider for DP.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Did the second team thing come out yet?
Yeah, Justin Jefferson was on it. I know that.
Jair and I think White made it. I think White was the other corner.
Yeah,
so it is about the names. That's cool.
Nah, you want to know what's crazy? So I said Justin Jefferson.
Ain't no way I'm putting.
Hold on, here. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I remember somebody said Justin Jefferson. I said he's gonna be all pro this year. He ain't gonna be no all pro. I was ready about that. You can do that all day, kid.
You didn't shut up, boy. Stop, Patriot, bro.
I didn't say that at the beginning of the year. I didn't say that. Once Justin Jefferson started cooking, I was like, oh, he gonna be all pro. He the best rookie. And he was like, no, he ain't going offensive rookie of the year. He ain't gonna be no damn all pro. They use names. He's a rookie. Exactly.
He definitely been on the Jefferson wagon all year.
Yeah.
Even when I had Claypool in there for a while. I'm
kept
regretting that right now.
Kept trying to tell you. That boy's a fraud. Claypool had a hot girl summer, had 2 weeks, and you wanted to gas him up over Jefferson.
What should they do again, man?
They kicked the trash Eagles secondary, got 3-4 touchdowns, and that was half the touchdowns on the year. I ain't trying to hear that.
Just like we got Calvin Ridley over Julio.
But yeah, so Buccaneers, they're gonna take on. We're gonna go to the next end last week, and then we talk about the coaching news. The Bears taking on the Saints. Now, first things first, before we get to the actual game, did anybody see the Nickelodeon broadcast version of this?
I didn't watch the game.
No, I didn't even watch the game.
I watched the Nickelodeon broadcast. I would say if you weren't a fan of football, I would say more so people my generation, like the Nickelodeon stuff like that. I think people my generation enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of funny. It was a little cringy. I'm not gonna lie. They had somebody doing a Cardi B impersonation. I was very cringed by that. But other than that, the slime zone, all that stuff. Even when they had penalties, they had the kid from who's the actor from Young Sheldon. He would come up on the screen and explain what the reason, what the call is, what a false start is, offsides, stuff like that. So I thought it was very engaging and everything.
The gifts from that were hilarious.
Yeah, they had like the different pictures and like the presentation and everything was pretty dope. That's only if you didn't care about the game. If you didn't care about the game, then that was pretty good. They actually pulled in the ratings came out. They said they pulled in 2 million people off of Nickelodeon for that game. So that helped them make it the most
more than NBA.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I was about to say it. I was like, shit, I wanted the NBA. So, but
I know NBA sick right now. They ratings gotta be taking a hit. They ain't got no protocols. That shit is wild.
That's who you have. But so what I heard too on the Nickelodeon thing, they saying that because they might add a 17th game, or also the Thursday night thing, they trying to fake it's going to be Amazon Nickelodeon. They're trying to
Amazon.
It's going to be Amazon, but I think they said they might try to simultaneously do it with Nickelodeon, especially if it's a Week 17 game. So be on the lookout for that. But other than that, though, the game was pretty boring. I ain't gonna lie, that joint was boring. And don't kids say it was the defensive game. No, the Bears are just trash. Ain't no defensive game.
Listen, the Bears are getting screwed that game. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They was some. It was some funny game, bro.
My God, Mitch Trubisky is dog.
And he won the MVP for Nickelodeon.
They called it unsportsmanlike conduct on the tight end. He didn't even do nothing. That pushed him back.
How about Jimmy Graham?
It was a few weird stuff.
Man, get Allen Robinson out of poverty.
No, he chose poverty. Care about Allen Robinson?
A lot of people. No, hold on. A lot of people choose poverty, including Deshaun Watson. But y'all yet do not understand the whole thing. So I don't want to hear that. Nope.
Hold on. Are we gonna talk about the Deshaun Watson stuff?
Yeah, we gonna talk about that after this game. But all I would say is this though, Don, when he talked about poverty and everything, I mean the Bears have the best defense. I feel like if I go there, that's not poverty.
Like poverty to me.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't sound like poverty to me. Now all of a sudden it's poverty.
This is terrible, bro.
That's what happened.
It was so. Oh man, breaking news, y'all. It was so bad. Chuck Pagano just retired. That is tough. He just retired.
Man, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I'd retire too when you got that trash ass team.
But yeah, this game was kind of trash. So I ain't gonna spend too much on it.
Kid been saying for a minute it's Nagy. He might be onto something.
Bro, I'm telling y'all, it's Nagy.
Look, it's the NFC. The NFC is trash. That game was trash. Let's move on to some news. So before we get to Deshaun Watson, let's talk about real quick the Eagles. Doug Pederson let the Eagles let Doug Pederson go. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all saw this coming, right?
No,
I'm a little surprised for a couple reasons.
Go ahead.
He won a Super Bowl, so I thought it's the same thing as Pete Carroll, and he won one more recently than Pete Carroll. So I would think that he would at least he'd be the one that would have at least 2 or 3 more years before they made a decision like that. And then he's a white coach. So I thought that he was going to get that time. But they moved on.
It's Philly, though.
That's all I'll say. It's Philly.
You know how Philly is.
And I'll say this too, Hen. The reason why I'm not shocked is because once he benched Carson Wentz has his contract extension kicks in this year. So it ain't like they can get rid of him. They were to trade or cut Carson Wentz. You're taking a $60 million cap hit. You're losing half your cap by doing that. So Carson Wentz said he wasn't going to be there when Doug Pederson was there. You got to get rid of either the coach or the quarterback. One guy's going to cost you.
Especially you on the hook for $60 million, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said it's not surprising because once that move was happening, he had to go. And then especially how Week 17 transpired. Oh yeah, he definitely had to go after that. So I'm not. And the difference between Pete Carroll and Doug Pederson, because like you said, they both won a Super Bowl. The difference is, although Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll have a good relationship, the relationship between Pederson and Wentz is fractured. So one of them had to go, and you're not letting go with somebody for $60 million. So
you know what this looked like. What he tried to do. He looked like he tried to pull a hardball. I think he got word that he was on the hot seat. They just didn't let it out. He tried to make that switch. The switch was working. It just didn't pan out for him. If they hadn't paid Wentz already, I don't think this would be a thing.
I don't even think it was working. I don't think outside of them beating the Saints, which is I don't even think that was Hurts that beat them. I think the Saints is one in there. They didn't have Breeze.
The Saints. Yeah, the Saints.
They didn't take the. I don't think they took that game that serious. But I think Hurts just wasn't it to the point where it was worth making that switch. Risking putting, making Wentz feel some kind of way, and then they drafted him second, and with the second round, that was a stupid pick. That was still a stupid pick to me. But
so was Pederson a GM too?
I don't know.
He wasn't a GM. He wasn't. They had a GM, but
that ain't really on
that,
him.
That's Patriot's favorite GM. What's his name, Patriot? You know the one that you said.
I was about to say Howie Roseman. I think he gone. I think is he gone? Isn't Howie Roseman gone?
No. That's why I think they got rid of the coach. I don't think he liked Howie Roseman.
Typically, the GM or coach goes first. Kid knows about that, but yeah, was you gonna say something?
I don't. What Hamp was talking about, him switching QBs. I don't think he wanted to switch QBs. I think he was forced to.
Yeah,
and then it worked out, and then he asked to go back to, and then he wanted to go back to Wentz, and then not allowed to.
Well, then that's kind of weird. He wanted to go back to Wentz. The front office wants to go back to Wentz.
No, the front office wants to stay with the new people.
So you think Wentz is still gonna get traded?
Hell no.
I think they're gonna try. I think they're trying to get rid of him.
They can't. If they do that, they're stupid. If they were to get rid of Carson Wentz, they're the dumbest organization in the NFL because ain't no way you taking a $60 million cap hit.
That might be why they kept the GM.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
The craziest organization is Houston because they got rid of Bill O'Brien. But go ahead, continue.
Oh,
you're expecting some crazy return for once, and they ain't gonna happen. So yeah, they
but that's no, I'm saying you can't $60 million. That's half the team cap. They're not getting rid of him. Doug Pederson didn't like Carson. He didn't like Carson Wentz. He won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. He wasn't on board with Carson Wentz getting that money. And so what I felt like happened was once he benched Carson Wentz, at that point the relationship is over. It's no coming back from it. And also too, Doug Pederson, I was talking to some Eagle fans. Apparently Doug Pederson been calling the same kind of play calling the whole time. He hasn't changed up. It's been stale. Yeah. He tries to call the same plays for whoever's in the game. He doesn't change up. So if
McCarthy tree, bro.
So if the play calling is stale, he don't get along with the quarterback, and the quarterback's going to get 40. If you cut him, he's going to get a $60 million cap hit. It's obvious. Quarterback coach got to go.
You got to go.
Because again, they just paid Carson Wentz. You can't give up on that. It's just like me and Kid were talking about Trubisky when they was like, are they gonna get rid of Trubisky? I said, no, they're gonna let him ride out for the rest of the year. They gave him 2 months. They gave him 2 months to get Mitchell Trubisky. You can't just let it.
To be honest with you.
And now they're about to give him another year. They're probably gonna franchise him.
Hey, they trying to ride it. They try to ride it out as best they can. They traded all that over Deshaun and Patrick Mahomes. They can't just give it to A's. They fight till they can't no more. And I think that's what the Eagles gonna do with Carson Wentz.
I think the other reason that he got fired was because that division, not just this year, but it's been the worst division for like the last 6-7 years. That division only needed 6-7 wins to like win it convincingly. 7 wins would have taken it. 8 wins is overdrive. Like nobody can catch you. They couldn't even do that. I think that played a part of it.
And last thing on this point, and I'll let y'all go to. I know I can't talk, but the last thing, also he lost the locker room. That last thing he did with Nate Sudfeld, that was it started with the Carson Wentz Jalen Hurts switch because who was the center? Jason Kelsey. He said why do people we don't care about trying to develop and all that stuff. We try and win football games, and he said it after that. So already it's rumblings in the locker room, all the stuff. Once that happened,
too, didn't he?
Yeah. And so once that happened for the Hurts to Sudfeld, where it was clear and obvious that like at least with Hurts you can be like you're building for the future trying to. Nate Sudfeld ain't in no future. So once that happened, and then you got the players from the Washington team coming up to you talking about I don't know what happened. You would have stayed in that game, bro. You probably would have won that. Oh yeah, he lost the locker room.
The players knew because it's like everybody keeps going to the fact that he wasn't throwing the ball well. That's fine. They haven't thrown the ball well all year when Wentz was there. They don't have any receivers or an offensive line. But he scored twice, and it was a 3-point game. So, like this whole thing that you got to throw the ball to win games, that's not necessarily true.
To an extent,
it helps. It helps, but it was a 3-point game, and then they took him out.
To me, and this is a difficult topic. I think when people, at least for me, when I say throw the football, I'm more so talking about in the playoffs and everything. When it comes down to it,
you got to make the throws they need you to make.
You got to make the throws. So that's what. And I don't know if that's what other people thinking because, like kids say, in the regular season, you can get away with that. That's why DK Metcalf can do all that stuff, and you get into the playoffs, that route running stuff, or like a guy maybe like Julio or something like that. Who Julio is, I'm not saying he's a bad route runner like Kidding I'm saying, but when you get into them close 5-yard things, and you ain't got that much room to make your breaks. You got to get in and out, get in and out.
Julio good. Like Julio good till you get in the red zone.
Hey, see, look,
ain't good no more, bro.
Oh my god.
Man,
stop the
How y'all not? How did the football guys not hit y'all with a striker like that? I don't get it.
Football. I ain't talking.
Yeah, they ain't wishing he get hurt. They just said he ain't good, which is also a lie. But
it was a good route running.
What? That man Calvin really balled out.
Man, let's moving on to that. Let's go ahead before we get to the playoffs. Let's talk about this Deshaun Watson stuff. So, Deshaun Watson, who just signed a contract extension with Don, like to point it out earlier, I think it kicks in this coming season, if I'm not mistaken. Apparently, he's upset that the Texans didn't listen to his coaching request, the GM request. They didn't listen to none of that. They didn't. Well, He gave him names and they just disregarded everything. Apparently,
they said they were going to consult him and then they didn't.
Yeah, well,
that's where I was going when I asked that earlier. Is that so I was originally on the whole he can't complain because he signed that after they traded Hump deal, but I think he was told in his negotiations some things that would happen that just aren't happening.
Yeah,
and then when you see clips like I think that whole exchange after that last game with him and JJ Watt, I don't think we was ever supposed to see that. With him, him apologizing to him for wasting one of his years.
I mean that's NFL films. They do whatever the fuck they
want. but shit like they do, but that's like something I don't think we were supposed to hear. We just happened to catch that. You know what I'm saying?
You said that's locker room talk. I got you. I feel you.
Yeah, and I think JJ knew that they were following.
Big Ben crying like a bitch.
JJ knew that they was following him. That's why he said it.
Yeah,
JJ probably knows he might be out of there, so he just
he definitely getting cut.
JJ know he going home, man.
He going to Pittsburgh?
I'll take JJ. No,
that's what I said. I said he can come on over here to Baltimore.
What money? What money? I got to pay Lamar $400 million.
Hey, mind your business. We got a guru working over here. I don't know how half this shit works.
You telling me? I be looking at y'all team like, how the hell y'all still got money? Y'all should be poor.
JJ come on the
team. So it's been reported
to the Steelers. I don't know why you think he's not.
So it's been reports about Deshaun potentially staying out. Like he basically would sit out and not get paid and just rather not play for the Texans, and he trying to strong arm his way. Like now, if this was in the NBA, I'll be like, yeah, he gonna strong arm his way. He ain't gonna do that. It ain't this way. But he said he wants to do a sign and trade with Tua with the Dolphins. The Dolphins, they have the Texans pick this year and next year the first round pick. They have the third overall pick in the draft.
That Florio? You called him Florio?
No, this was what you call it, Mortensen.
Morton? Okay.
Yeah, Mortensen was the one that reported it first, and that's why I got all this information. So relax. And then Schefter kind of confirmed it a little bit.
So they're trying to get a QB.
Hey, y'all see him trying to credit my sources? You see him trying to do that? Because his sources be shaky. I know what I'm talking about. My sources be on.
What are you talking about, man?
It's supposed to be putting JJ in the Packers jersey.
Yeah, but Dom, man, this is your division.
Yo, you remember OBJ to the Packers? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. OBJ to Green Bay, AJ to Green Bay. But Dom, this is your division, man. What's your take on this whole Deshaun Watson thing?
You get what you sign up for. That's the problem with these players.
Oh boy,
this is the problem. If Bill was here, they didn't let him finish the process. He would never came out with this discussion. If you look at it, Deshaun Watson already has receivers. That's not the problem. He needs a better offensive line and he needs more players on defense.
Are
you talking about the receivers that can't stay on the field?
He still had talent over there.
Even while they juicing, they can't stay on the field.
Yeah, he still had talent. Shout out to Brian Cushion, by the way. Shout out to Brian Cushion. But
I never understood. I never heard of a dude on steroids getting injured. That makes no sense.
You never heard of LaRon Landry? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah.
I was about to say LaRon Landry
was juiced out of his neck.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. The Texans is just a crazy organization to begin with. We tried to get you out of there earlier, but no, everybody was, Deshaun Watson, top 5 MVP, da 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 da. So he took all that credit, and he got paid. And now you when you get paid to the Texans, you're gonna ride. So it's nobody's fault but yours. You know what I mean? So
he was on a rookie deal when he resigned, right?
Yeah.
So he was gonna be a restricted free agent no matter what or get taxed. Right? He was gonna be there.
He took the bag. It is what it is,
Because they can tag you 2 or 3 times, and then they can put the tender on you to where people won't pick you up. So either you get paid for this next 3 years, or you don't. He got paid.
They don't care about the players, really. They don't care about the players, really. The organization don't. So I mean, it's just a big loophole at the end of the day. It's going to happen. So you're going to have to deal with it. That's just my opinion on it. The organization don't care.
Before anybody else go, I forgot to mention too, Andre Johnson, who before JJ Watt, if you thought about Houston Texans, he was the Texan. He came out and basically said, because Deshaun put the tweet out, then Andre said something today, basically was like, yeah, stuff don't change. It's been like that since I've been there. A lot of people, if you don't remember, this is the owner is the son of the guy reason why DeAndre and Larry Tunsil, he died because he said inmates shouldn't be running the asylum. He's the same one that was talking about Bill O'Brien was talking about DeAndre baby mama, all that stuff. So that culture, it sounds like it's a Texas culture. I think Texas is the culture because you got cowboys.
Sound like they on the oil rig over there?
Man, what?
It's the South. I mean,
I thought the wife does it, isn't it? The wife, old nickname.
Nah,
It's the wife or the kid.
It's the son. It's the son. So it's Mag over there. So
Oh crap.
So I mean,
for a boy.
so boy, what's your whole thing on this whole Deshaun Watson thing? I mean, obviously this ain't the NBA, so he probably ain't gonna go nowhere.
I kind of look at it as just as Dom said, G. Nobody ain't tell you to sign that contract. I think you knew it was going on prior.
He's forced to.
No.
He is. What's the contract? 4 years?
It's like a 4 or 5 year, 158, and it's probably out after like the 4th year or so.
Well,
so either you're talking about a guy that already had a season ender ACL, right? Years. His rookie year, he had the season ender, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So either you're going to sit there on a franchise tag for 2 years,
guaranteed,
and with no guaranteed money,
or take
and then then they throw a first round tender on you when you hit restricted free agency. So nobody's gonna touch that. So you're going to be there for 3 or 4 years anyways. You got to take that guaranteed money and ride the 4 years out anyways.
You know what I find funny about you saying just sitting? How he wants to sit out now. So I don't think it would have made a difference.
But he
just
got
guaranteed money. But go ahead.
Yeah, so the Deshaun right now, this past year that happened was the last year of his rookie deal. Next year was the option for the rookie deal. So he's on the option next year. And then the year after that is actually when this 4-year extension kicks in. So he was going to be tied there for 2 years, for 3 more years anyway, because next year was the option after his rookie deal. Then they would have franchised him 2 times. And in his contract, I mean to cut you off, kid, but his contract after the first years of extension, he has an out. So just like Ham said, he was going to be there for the next 3 years anyway. It's just if you want to get the guaranteed money or not. And that's all it was.
I hate to play this card, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, he's going to have to suck it up, man. You know, he don't.
Hey.
Tell him, kid.
My guy been going through this for years now. Trying to get McCarthy.
Tell him, kid. Nah, this is the point where kids are right. Tell him.
Party gone. Cobb gone. His friends gone, bro. Like, they won't listen to my guy at all. His quarterback coach got fired. They didn't care. They wouldn't draft for love. No, he wouldn't.
He was mad about that quarterback coach thing.
He sure was.
Did he get fired when LaFleur got there?
But Zilla, it's an organization thing. That's the point we're trying to say here. It's an organization thing.
You cannot
they don't care about the players.
You cannot compare the Packers organization.
Just saying, man. Suck it up, man. Gotta suck it up.
All this happened after they already won a Super Bowl, right?
What, the Packers?
I hope you ain't think the Texans is gonna win one.
And that's what I'm saying. They had done what they set out to do.
I would say this stuff went downhill with them. I would say it had to been after that NFC game.
After they fired Bill O'Brien.
You talking about after Aaron Rodgers sold after getting 5 turnovers and couldn't
No, after the NFC game.
What, versus Arizona?
No,
against Seattle when Aaron Rodgers had like 5 turnovers.
You're talking about that one versus Seattle where you
Brandon Bostic.
Special teams.
I'm talking about the one with the Packers defense, who's always been trash. Apparently, got 5 turnovers and Rodgers couldn't get more than 20 points. That one.
Yeah, that game. Yep, that game.
That one. Yeah, 5 turnovers and couldn't get more than 20 points.
The game we gave
you know, I was praying for a Russell game like
talking about the one where you went to.
I'm talking about the game. I'm talking about all the stuff that happened when he was on the sidelines. Yeah, that game. Yeah.
He got 4 touchdowns in the first half and couldn't get 10 points.
Carry on. Let's go. Stop it.
You got 4 touchdowns. You got 4 turnovers and can't get 2 touchdowns. Really? And you supposed to be that guy? You supposed to be that guy? Really? But you that guy. But yeah, man, this whole Deshaun Watson thing, and like Kid said, that's kind of my point. I'm like, unfortunately, he's gonna have to suck it up. I mean, and I hate to say it too, because some of these NFL guys, they see the NBA guys get money, and every free agency they always talk about, they get all this money and all this stuff.
Every free agency, bro.
Look, this is all I'm gonna say, kid. If y'all so unhappy, go to y'all who's it, DeMaurice Smith or whatever, whoever the head of the NFLPA is. Y'all need to go talk to him, and I need to figure it out. But don't mess with my season.
League got the worst players association out of all sports, and that includes UFC, who don't even have one and need one.
Hey, look!
I don't know how he gets out of it then. Like, unless he gets,
he can't. The only way he gets out of that contract is literally if he sits out. He's not going to get paid.
I still don't. I don't see him pulling an Andrew Luck.
Whoa, sir!
He ain't going nowhere.
Sir.
Deshaun ain't
Zilla. Here's the thing too, Zilla. Even if he were to retire, you know when you retire, that team still holds your right. So if Angelo was to return,
I mean. That's what I mean. I don't see him.
Deshaun ain't leaving that money on that table, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's too much money.
Why we bring it up? Luck, he's a retired veteran.
He needs to retire. I don't need him.
No, he does not.
The Bills booing that man off the field. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that boy
crazy.
he don't have to return. Let him retire.
Yeah, he does.
He made his choice.
Y'all booed.
Yeah, because it was a preseason game. He could have did that before the season started.
Before the season started, he was going to do it the next day.
Anywho, if he knew this was going to happen, he knew his intentions before the season started.
No,
you can't tell. Come on, man. Before the preseason started, he knew he wanted to retire.
Who was that player was on the Jets?
I was about to say we got a corner in the middle of a game that said he was going to retire.
On the Jets, he retired.
No, he was on the Bills from the Colts.
Vontae Davis played for the Bills.
Yeah,
he was drafted by the Dolphins.
Went through the court.
This ain't for me no more. This is a young man's game.
Like Luck was sitting on. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Nope, I don't want to play in the regular season. No, he wasn't even playing in the preseason game. He was just sitting on the sideline.
He was rehabbing. He probably could have. We ain't gonna get it. But that's all we got to recap the playoffs and all the news and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead talk about this divisional round football. First game we got the Rams taking on the Packers. Oh, man, I hate that because Kid gonna be talking the whole weekend.
Boy, been talking since the season started.
Man, what's up, Kid? How we looking this game? Also, too, let me phrase: are we going to get a post game stream that same day, or are we going to have to wait?
I always do it. I ain't gonna do it till Monday. So I mean,
okay. I didn't know if it's gonna be till Monday. I've been doing it all year. I ain't like no. I'm not the one that said that. I was asking. It's playoffs and it was on Saturday. That's all I was asking. I was like,
lose the draw. I'm doing it on Monday. I mean, it is what it is.
Okay.
I mean, look, I hope to see a good game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know my motto, bro. You know, I just take it 1 week at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't be running away from Jalen Ramsey.
It's not running away. It's called game plan. We've been doing it all year. It's not like running away. Running away is doing something different that you don't do. And we've been doing it all year. So I expect them to keep doing it. We're going to put them in motion, put them in the slot. We're going to move them around. And that's our game plan. That's what we do.
Didn't you say this week you don't like how much they motion, Devontae?
I never said that.
Is that what you said? I thought that's what you said on TL. You thought you felt like they were motioning him too much.
Anyway.
No, I said
caught up,
I said everybody that's expecting a Ramsey Adams matchup, I don't think you're going to see it that much because they're going to move them all around.
They're going to move them away.
They're going to move them around.
That didn't stop Stephon Gilmore, but go ahead.
That sounds like they scared of him.
That sounds like something they've been doing since week 1.
And that's fair. That's fair enough. Don't change up. I've been saying all year, don't do what you do. Don't change up what you do. What you need to understand is that with that Rams defense, even like everybody talks about Ramsey and everybody talks about Aaron Donald first. Like that rookie corner and them safeties they got over there are very good.
We ain't worried about
Johnson. You talk about Johnson?
We ain't worried about it.
Johnson, Hill, the corners, their whole secondary.
Roby
really good.
Great team. Greatly coached team, you know. Sean McVay doing the thing over there.
This man was about to say his own
he
damn
said Matt
coach.
LaFleur. Wait a minute.
They doing their thing over there in LA. You know what I'm saying? They good.
I think it's gonna be a really good game. I think it's gonna be the first really good NFC game we're gonna get.
What I mean to cut you. I don't mean to cut you off, okay, but wasn't LaFleur and what's called McVay with Washington together, or are they?
In Washington, I don't know if he was with the LA team, but
they from the same tree though. They from the same coaching tree.
Yeah, McVay tree. So it's very reminiscent, you know, motions and get the running backs involved, you know, all that good stuff. Man, it should be a good game. It's a good game. I told y'all NFC was top heavy. It's about 4 teams in the NFC.
It's top heavy.
Yeah, it's top heavy.
That's not what you said. What we doing? You said that was the best conference in.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's not what you said. You said
it's the argument again. Hey, man.
Hey, when it was crazy too, if the NFC was so top heavy, how come y'all not winning Super Bowls?
Bro, it's any given Sunday. But I don't mean nothing.
And if the NFC so top heavy, where's all these 11-win teams?
What you talking about? We got a 13-win team, a 12-4 team. What you talking about?
What else?
Keep going. Some 6-win teams. Get out of here.
11-5?
You got a 7-9 team making the playoffs with a home playoff game. Disgusting.
In the playoffs.
Top heavy, bro. It's cool though.
Who y'all got though? Who everybody else? We know who kicking.
Yeah, man. You know
I don't know, man. I'm going with the Rams.
You don't even know why.
I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Why?
I seem like I'm
not picking the Packers because they just stole our left tackle.
Oh,
seem like I'm the jinx. I'm going with the Packers. Go Pack, go. Funny, I'm gonna be in Milwaukee this weekend too. So it all works out.
Oh man,
Is Cooper Cup in?
yeah.
It was. They said it wasn't as serious as they thought it would. He probably gonna be banged up a little bit, but they said he gonna play.
they all banged up, bro. Rams is banged up right now.
I just feel like McVay is going to find a way to find them linebackers to draw them in wide receivers.
Hold on, quickly. You said they all banged up. You talk about like everybody in the NFL at this point, or you just talk about just the Rams?
I'm saying the Rams is banged up. They key guys is banged up, bro. They banged up.
Listen, I'm going with the Rams because I like the defense better as of right now. I think they do a lot of things better than the Packers defense does. Their secondary is better. Even a 60% Aaron Donald is still better than what the Packers have on the defensive line.
Facts. He's better than
Kenny
Clark.
That is correct. I don't even like Aaron Donald like that.
Thing is, y'all thinking about this game is going to be warm. You ever had like a chest injury? You out in the cold. You know how cold it's going to be on Saturday?
Oh, I know. A rib injury is terrible, especially playing defensive line.
No, I mean, hey, kid, I know that, but he gonna be shot with so much IVs, he might not even feel it till halftime.
My guy Jeff Saturday said them shots don't do nothing, man. It's a rib, and that's my guy.
I don't know if that rib injury is as bad as we think it is. I don't think it is.
They already announced that he's ready to play, so.
Oh, you know Aaron Donald ready to play.
Hold on, did he just say Jeff Saturday was his guy?
My guy Jeff Saturday, man.
Sir, he is a Colt. He is a Colt.
Sorry, he played with the Packers.
He's a Colt. That's Dime's guy.
This is not.
Don't nobody even remember him playing for the Packers.
Beasley said that like a week ago. I said he played for y'all. He said he sure did.
Yeah.
And you wanna know what's crazy, Ham? In his last snap in the Pro Bowl, he went from the NFC to the AFC so he could start to Peyton Manning, his quarterback, his conference.
You talking about the guy he was arguing with on the sideline? He was questioning Peyton.
Hey, man.
You do like that to get him in check. Know your role and shut your mouth.
Ain't nobody above being questioned. Shout out to Ed Reed.
I was gonna say so. So is that why the Packers can't win Super Bowls? Because ain't nobody can question Rodgers? Is that what you telling me?
That is clearly that dude's team. Ain't no.
I'll just let that slide. Go ahead.
We're gonna see Preston Smith in coverage this week. You know Big Bay gonna draw it up. You know he is.
I know y'all praying for my Packers downfall. I understand.
Nobody's praying. We're just telling you what it's gonna look like.
I don't really care who comes out the NFC. I just want a good game.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not praying. I'm not praying on your downfall. I'm not praying on your downfall. If anything, I want the Packers to win because I
want to see them versus Breeze or Brady.
I want to see the 12 Bowl because we can never get in the Super Bowl because Aaron Rodgers keeps selling. I'm trying to see the 12 Bowl.
Can Tom Brady beat Breeze?
That's why
absolutely. What type of question is that?
Kid, that's why I said I want the Packers to win because if Brady beats Breeze, we will finally get the Pro Bowl because Aaron Rodgers keeps ducking Brady.
Hey, listen. You get Tom Brady to play. I swear, Patriot. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something.
We need a bet from y'all if they match up in the championship.
Oh, I ain't betting on nothing. Nope.
Oh my God.
Not a money bet. Why is it?
Y'all got the loser got to buy the other a jersey.
No bets. Nope.
Oh my!
That mean you really
coward. Coward. Yep.
Coward.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It could be a simple tweet bet. It could be a simple tweet.
No.
Really?
How big of
Hey, kid, I'm giving you this offer right now. If the Bucks and the Packers play each other in the NFC Championship, if the Bucks win, you got to tweet out Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Getting baited? No.
How is that bait?
How's that? Hey, is that not fair? That it's no money. It's nothing at all. I
feel like that's kind of straightforward there. What you doing?
Hey, y'all bet on that. I'm good. Y'all go ahead.
This is the same dude that said he wouldn't pay if he lost a bet. So I get it.
This is the same dude that be doing parlays and losing every week.
He wants you to run from the loan sharks for the rest of your life. That's kind of crazy.
About no parlays. That coward. I don't hear nobody.
I know not to play.
You can't run from loan sharks. They'll knock the pill day out your door, boy.
Seriously, no, I'm rolling with the Packers for this one. I'm Aaron Rodgers. been phenomenal this year. He's the MVP. I'm rolling with him. And
what, sir? Say it again.
Nah, you don't want to bet. He don't got to say it
I
again.
ain't gonna say. You know what's crazy? Because anytime I tell a kid to say something again, when he say something about Brady and all that stuff, he don't want to say it. So I ain't gonna do it.
Say it again.
Right, exactly. No, I'm chilling. It's on the podcast if you want to say it. I mean, I don't got a problem. You know it.
Oh man.
Say his name.
I'm gonna say this one last thing. I'm gonna say this one last thing, and I'm gonna leave it alone, kid. I swear to goodness,
bro,
if Aaron Donald is in the backfield the way Khalil Mack was against Tom Brady, y'all done.
I don't care. You say whatever you want to say.
You don't care.
You don't care.
You should. That's
Them collarbones, okay?
Nah, Rodgers is too high. He ain't gonna feel it.
Hey,
Zilla,
you good?
Bro, I hear Zilla. What was that?
He didn't say nothing.
I heard it.
He didn't say nothing.
I don't get the football guys. The football guys make no sense. This man has been talking reckless all year, and nothing happened.
You know what it is?
Get it?
You know what it is? Because it don't matter what happened. Zilla will bet against us. And I've never seen anything like it. So they not listening to Zilla like that.
Oh man!
If I would have said that,
I put money when AB.
Listen, I laughed at the Steelers for 30 seconds, and we lost 25 players. No.
Hey, Harry. You said that's why y'all ain't get the call.
A lot of sneak dissing to yourself, sir.
Man,
hey,
I put my shit on the TL. Hold on now.
I just dropped the interview. They just dropped the interview on Sean McVay. They said about Aaron Donald. He said the Terminator will be ready.
Oh shit!
That is a fire nickname. That is a fire nickname.
Yo,
you better hide your QB.
This is the greatest defensive tackle I've ever seen in my life.
Bro,
the Terminator will be ready.
But hide your QB.
Who's your guys, kid? It's Lindsey at center, Lane Taylor, right?
I know Lindsey's an all-pro, right?
I know that. I'm literally asking a question, kid. Is Lindsey at center, Lane Taylor at guard? Who's the other guard?
They ain't Lane Taylor. It's Elton Jenkins.
Should be talking about all pros like they go.
Wait, it ain't Lane Taylor?
Lane been gone since week 1. Casual.
Who's your other guard then?
Don't worry about it.
Shit.
Working for y'all. Y'all get to sign people 10 minutes before the game.
Stealing players from other teams that just lost.
You gotta learn the game, brother. Y'all know the game, man. Don't get mad at us.
No, you're not talking. You call Mike Evans a tight end. I know you're not talking about learning the game.
Learn the game, man.
You call Mike Evans a tight end and said that he wasn't doing enough and he got 1,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. Boy, if you don't get out of here with that.
All year.
He been out. That tight end been out playing Mike Evans for about 5 years now.
Hey, and the last thing I'm gonna say to him, everybody keep talking about Aaron Donald, but we forget they got Leonard Floyd on the outside too with Michael Brockers.
Floyd, bro, you might worry about it, bro.
I don't want to talk about Michael Brockers.
You might worry.
Okay. Double triple team Aaron Donald. We Leonard Floyd 1-on-1 with your backup left tackle
out there. Well, we might.
Okay. Like I said, I'm telling you right now, if Aaron Rodgers looked like Tom Brady did when Khalil Mack was all back there.
He ain't gonna look like Tom Brady.
You know, Aaron Rodgers will probably loosen up his helmet to try to get a face mask like he did that one game against the Cardinals in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Aaron
Rodgers go to the blue tent. Into that blue tent.
Yeah, I would say, you know what? He's going to go to the blue tent and get off the perk.
Aaron Rodgers gonna go into that tent and come out like
hit that line and come out and throw a 100-yard bomb. That's crazy.
y'all must forgot Golf is injured, bro. He might not look right out there.
My God,
he was a full participant.
There's a magical thing with y'all. Did you not see what Cam Akers did last game?
I'm not.
Oh Lord, I forgot. Oh, they do got.
I ain't forget.
Cam Akers had 131 yards. He'll run right 3 yards.
And
that was against a solid run stop defense. Hold on.
Last time the Packers gave 100 yards on the ground.
Derrick Henry?
Nope.
Derrick Henry getting 100 yards?
No, Dalvin?
Derrick Henry didn't get 100 yards. He didn't get 100 yards.
Garbage time. That game was
oh my God!
I knew Kim was gonna say that. That's why.
I could have sworn Derrick Henry got 100 yards.
No, he said that with a straight face. No.
This coward in this
Once I heard him say like that, I was like, wait a minute, hold on real quick. I know. Hold on. I keep saying this the last thing because we got to move on. We got to go ahead and end the show. But before we move on from this last game, I need Kid right here on stream. If y'all lose this game, or if you lose next week, actually, no, we're not gonna go to the next week. Let's just say, if y'all lose this game, Kid, I swear, I do not want to hear you saying anything of if you would have had the fans. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that excuse. I don't want to hear that excuse. Everybody didn't. I don't want to hear the excuse. I don't want to hear the excuse.
Hold on. If we lose this game, we lose the next game, we lose the Super Bowl. You want to keep going? Any other game?
I just said this game. This game right here. Because next thing y'all might have fans. I don't know what your government gonna do. But I'm saying this game right here.
No, they're gonna be full participants. I'm probably gonna go to that game. Though.
I'm telling you, this game right here, or the Super Bowl is different. Super Bowl, I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about your home. I'm talking about the home game. I'm talking about this game. And if there's NFC Championship, I do not want to hear an excuse about no fans in the stands. I don't want to hear it.
Got fans there. What you talking about?
How many fans you got?
They're gonna have about almost 7,000 on Saturday.
Well, that's nothing.
That's nothing. Anyway, I still don't want to hear no excuse about the fans. I don't want to hear, if it was a packed Lambo, because your Packer fans gonna do it. I see the excuse building.
I'm not making no excuses, dog. So
well, the Packers have 7 fans every week. You know that, right?
I know. Listen, one of y'all teams types of love. I know y'all ain't talking.
You know that, right?
Hey Zilla, you said they over there Lambo leaping.
Oh man.
Moving on, man. We got the Ravens taking on the Bills, man. Zilla. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead, talk, man. What's up, man?
First, I want to hear him go. Let Zilla go first.
Yeah, look.
Yeah. What you mean?
So Zilla. So how much money are you betting that Stephon Diggs gets a touchdown on y'all like AB did? How much we betting?
Oh, I ain't betting. I told you I'm off this year.
You got already, man.
Already. I got money on this tainted ass game. I got
this
money
game,
on this game, baby. I got
the
big
Bills
money
don't
on this
play
game.
the run. Shut up, boy. Y'all got ran through.
I do got big money on this game.
The Bills don't play the run well, and so I feel like we gotta continue our game plan.
Damn.
Damn.
You already lose 500?
No.
Betting against us?
Bro, this is back a parlay, bro. What you doing?
I deal with real gamblers.
Yeah,
Not you petty people.
You on degenerate gambling, losing.
It's only degenerate when you're poor, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, wow.
We gotta keep playing our game plan. Stop. Keep running the ball, and then we stop Diggs. I think we'll be good. Like that. That's really the only offense, Diggs, and that's about it. Because
I think putting pressure on Diggs will make Josh Allen make some bad choices. I still don't think I've been saying it all year. I was wrong. It's okay to be wrong when you're judging these guys coming out of college. It's all right.
Yeah.
Josh Allen been balling, and if Mahomes and AR-12 wasn't going off like they were, he would definitely be in that conversation. But I think it was Mahomes and AR for a while, and then AR just took off. I like our chances. I like this matchup. I like how we match up with them. We're healthy, again, healthier than we were last week. I feel like we're doing what we need to do. The game plan should not change. If the game calls for us to throw for 250, then that's what we'll do. But if they're giving us 200 on the ground, then just manage the turnovers. No turnovers. That's it. Manage the turnovers, manage the clock. Because that game on Sunday with us and the Titans was fast. It was over an hour early.
Yeah.
The game was over 2:30.
They didn't know what to do in the postgame. It was like, well, shit. I'm mad. Ham said if it calls for us to throw for 250, like that's throwing for like 400 yards.
Hey, for us, that's a 400-yard game, baby. Because that's not our game. That ain't our game. Control the clock, play some defense.
Well, we saw also with the Colts, they were abusing the tight end, so that's our main weapon too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, what you got to say, Don? What you got? Actually, I'm gonna go to Boyd. Boy, what you got to say about this game? I know what you got to say, but I'm gonna let you speak your piece.
Boy, might be gone.
All right, Boyd gone.
His mic cut off. Good deal.
Don, since you're no longer the Colts are no longer in, I'm assuming that you are now Bills Mafia.
we have people that watch this channel, but I know what you're going with this point. But like I was saying, this is going to be a good game. I don't know who to root for here, but I kind of do like the Bills on this side. They are a very balanced team. They have weapons of offense and defense. It's going to be I'm pretty sure it's going to be a shootout. So I do have the Bills favoring the Ravens, probably by maybe 7. But yeah, it's going to be a good game. Hopefully the Bills can do it since they beat us. I got them going all the way.
You're not a Bills fan. You just keep an eye on the Bills. That's all.
I just keep a good sideline eye on this team.
Now, if the Bills win the Super Bowl, are you gonna go through a table?
Ooh, I will hope so. I asked my brother if he could throw me. Throw me into a table. He called me I'm crazy. That's it.
If the Bills win the Super Bowl, you got to throw yourself through a table.
Hey man, the memes is going away, man. Co-stock on the memes, man.
Did you see that child? Did you see that child gender thing? The Bills' mom
with the cake. Oh yeah, they was losing their mind in the comments. Yeah, I saw that.
Caught it. I see it.
What was the gender though?
I didn't even see what the cake was. They were too busy crying.
But I'm saying like nothing happened. Like he just went through a table on some cake.
Yeah, I didn't see blue or.
There wasn't no blue or
cake. Like, he smashed the cake perfectly. He didn't even bust it open.
I'm saying like he just smashed the cake, and they talking about, oh my god, I'm like, what happened?
Oh my god, child abuse! I tell you, look, I say this about once a week. Y'all know. Stop listening to these people online. They ain't got no kids. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. Leave them alone.
Oh, man, kid, you got this one.
You see me in the comments going crazy? Just leave it alone.
Listen, I'm rolling with the Bills now. I'm rolling with the Bills. You know
now he on the Bills bandwagon. Now you see this? Now he's back on. Now he's back on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Bills. You know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
Why are you picking the Bills?
Don't worry about it. I'm picking the Bills.
Oh, look at this.
Picking the Bills. Stephon Diggs. They're going to do their thing, man. They got home now. They got the jitters out their way. Now they ready. Now they ready to roll now. I'm rolling with the Bills, man. Hottest team in the league right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
but we helped you at the right time.
I'm gonna roll with the Ravens. They trending up right now. And I feel like Cam said, if they can get aggressive enough with Stephon Diggs, they should be able to stop. But the Bills, they fight.
They got Measly Beasley over there.
Yeah, Beasley's gonna be good.
I know, quick Cam, but in the words of Kid, he plays off of Diggs. You shut down Diggs, he ain't that good. In the words of Kid, playing off of Thielen. That's what you say, huh?
See, here's our problem. We don't really get beat up by slot receivers for the most part. It's tight ends and running backs that do damage for us against us. You throw into the running back? Shit. No. So I feel like as long as we can control the outside and I think we'll bring way more pressure this week than we did last week because the game plan didn't call for that.
They don't got
pressure
running like
yeah,
that.
I really can't call it. I mean, this matchup can go either way.
For sure.
I think
that's my
opinion
too, kid. But I just had to choose one. It can be a blowout from any team, to be honest.
I'm not. I said it on tier. I'm not mad at anybody that picks the Bills because the Bills are very, very good. And on sports media, they've been saying that the Ravens were the hottest team going into the playoffs. I think it was the Bills. The Bills played better teams than we did in the last 5 games.
City got one loss.
They really should have. They should have lost to both teams in their division. That's what should happen twice.
I blame the coach, Anthony Lynn.
Before we leave this Saturday event, it's something that just clicked to me for Saturday's game with Kid and everything.
Oh my gosh!
So you said Jared Goff's hurt, right? He might not be healthy.
You got
playoff Bortles.
You know, it's a backup playoff
Playoff Bortles, baby.
I said that last.
Listen,
the amount of disrespect.
Ravens.
I said it in the chat too. Ravens. I said the Rams knew Goff was not supposed to play, and they still didn't bring Bortles. How much disrespect you got to have for the Seahawks that you don't even bring the backup with you?
Yeah, kid. I just thought about that just now. So Jared Goff go down. Hey, look, the Rams got playoff Bortles. You better watch us since you've been gassing them up.
We got some all pros on defense.
Imagine losing the playoff Bortles.
Who've been itching to play because he just want another shot.
Darius Smith and
it's his time though. Playoff Bortles.
Jair, you know what I'm saying? That's some all pros on defense, baby.
But if Rodgers lost to Bortles, I don't ever want to.
The Patriots had all pros and defense in the that ain't bad. That ain't care to you in playoff Bortles.
We got some all pros on defense.
Gilmore was an all pro and everything. McCourty's all pro.
Pass rushers ain't in deep thirds. We don't need that.
Preston Smith gonna be down there.
Listen, the defense has changed last few weeks, bro.
McVay gonna switch it up. He gonna have to guard him.
McVay finna come out here in 5 wide every snap. Y'all gonna do something.
I'm gonna say no McVay. He gonna be like 5 wide. Yep, 5 wide. Your linebackers and coverage.
I said it last week.
Have your
y'all going against the most probably the best, most underrated passing duo in the league this week.
They both get 1,000 yards. Robert Woods and Cup. They get 1,000 yards every year. Ain't nobody talk about.
No, nobody talk about them.
Listen,
1,010 apiece.
They got Jair. They got Jair. He can guard both of them.
Cooper Kupp to me is the best red zone receiver.
On King side, I already know it. They gonna throw on King side. It's cool.
They got Jair. It's okay. Also Jair.
They ain't gonna throw on the side.
They go 1,010 every year, and don't nobody say nothing.
Moving on to Sunday's game, we got the Cleveland Browns taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this game, I will say, could be a little tricky. You know, the Chiefs, they benched their guys week 17. We all know what happens. I tried to tell him last year. Told him.
Hey, I'm a believer now. Humbled.
Doesn't Cleveland not have their corners? So?
I never want a first round bye again.
I thought I was crazy when I said that shit. We should have took it anyway. Would have stayed us a week.
but I'm gonna roll with the Chiefs on this one. Even though, and that's the crazy thing too. So the Browns, they gotta run the football. That's the way to beat the Chiefs. You gotta control the clock, and even then, that might not be enough for Mahomes. But they got I said Bradley Chubb. They got Nick Chubb, a Kareem Hunt revenge game. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Hey, you see the Chiefs fans is kind of nervous right now.
You see that too? You see that too
right now. Kareem Hunt said that this is a revenge. It's personal.
He said he's gonna take a personal.
Game is personal. They said, well, why is it personal though? Hey, everybody need a chip, dog.
He got himself.
Everybody need a chip to play on.
That ain't personal.
I mean, it might be for him. He know he's supposed to be over there.
I mean,
if he was still with
like
them,
they let him go just a little bit too easy.
They would never to Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
No, if he was still over there, they would probably be unstoppable right now.
Oh yeah, correct. Of course, he is 100%.
There would be nothing you could do to defend him if he was still over there.
Yeah,
you just gotta hope that they offer just bully him.
He put himself in that position, though.
Yeah, and he did, but he felt like it might have been premature because the next team came in, scooped him up, and he been balling. Yeah. And that's what split carry.
He might be in a better position though now.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Him and Nick Chubb are the center.
Best duo in the NFL.
Best running back duo in the league right now.
Yeah, easy.
Best running back duo in the league.
Easy.
I was just like,
and the Browns.
When you have that duo, you don't have to throw the ball. Like that's not. That don't have to.
That's the thing, though. They are throwing the ball to the running back.
Man, listen, Kareem Hunt out here running receiver routes, bro.
Looking like Le'Veon.
You see that? Seam routes, bro, and getting open and scoring.
I mean,
looking like Le'Veon.
I guess. I mean, if you want to say he looked like Le'Veon because he got a great line, then sure. Go ahead. Do you?
Saquon do it too.
Because they said.
I mean, the Browns
don't the Browns got the best
line
in the game? They said their line is not bad at all.
It's either the Saints, them, or.
But yeah, but I'm gonna go to Chiefs this one. What you got?
Because the Browns' O-line is kind of banged up right now. But Tonio didn't play in that game at all. They lost Conklin. So they lost both tackles in that game that they just beat the Steelers in. They should be getting those guys back.
I'm going with the upset. Give me Cleveland.
I'm taking Cleveland too.
I'm not mad at that.
I might have to go with the Chiefs on this.
Cleveland ain't winning that game. Cleveland should have won. And Bennett throw 4 picks on that.
I still feel like KC.
First of all, kid, what do you mean if Bennett throw 4? That offense was damn near unstoppable. What you talking about?
They didn't really stop the offense. They took their foot off the gas when
they did not get spotted
points. 28 points.
Bro, it was
my God.
Won by what?
Come on, man.
Sir, it was a 20-point game the whole game.
No, take away. I say take away that ridiculous fucking the snap? Oh my God, that snap.
Okay, so it's what? 21-0?
It was a 10-point lead with like 12 minutes to go in that game at one point.
That's garbage time, kids.
That's garbage time, kid. No, because that's what you told me. That's garbage time. No, we ain't
garbage time.
Trolling on side. I give Browns a great shot to win, but I feel like It's gonna come down to Baker or the fucking MVP / Super Bowl champ.
Mahomes the ball over, bro.
I'm gonna go with Mahomes.
It ain't gonna be close, bro. That game.
The only thing that's helping out Mahomes is that the Cleveland secondary is awful. It's not very good.
It is.
It's not very good. And they got 4 guys running 4.340. I think he gonna dice them up. But I think what Chiefs' biggest problem is they play down the people that they think they're better than.
Yep.
And that's been biting them in the back. And then Mahomes comes out and you're wondering how he threw 4 picks and lost the game.
What if KC does exactly what Steelers did? They get down.
Because I think everybody's looking past the Browns.
I would say Kansas City was down by the Titans like last year 24-0, and they came back like that.
It was Houston.
Listen.
I'll tell you this right now, if Cleveland go up by 28 to the Chiefs, they not letting them on the gas pedal like they did the Steelers. They not doing that.
Because I told you the Chiefs are Golden State of the NFL, bro. The 28 points don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
that's true. Especially when you got Cheetah. Everybody forget about Cheetah. Cheetah's gonna eat them alive.
The AFC scared of the Chiefs, maybe against y'all.
Nobody is scared of the Chiefs.
Nobody's scared of the Chiefs.
Acknowledging that they're the best team in the conference right now don't make you scared.
Sir, listen,
man, I can't wait.
Just because ain't nobody scared of the 1 seed in the NFC. That's not the same.
We wanted to Arrowhead.
That's a fact.
We beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead. I'm just saying.
So did we. What's your point?
But
we all knew the Chiefs was going back to the Super Bowl, sir.
Listen,
we love our team. Don't get me wrong. But you ain't going against Mahomes in the playoffs and think you're going to come out.
Listen, 49ers should have won that Super Bowl. I was glad they lost.
Sorry, but they didn't win.
They didn't win. They lost. The Packers should have been in the Super Bowl. Now how you feel?
I was mad because I'm like, now y'all want to start throwing the ball, bro. They could have just kept running the football. They won that game.
Kid over here living a parallel universe because he live off of woulda, shoulda, couldas.
I'm just saying. It was up till they started throwing the ball. I'm like, bro, what y'all doing?
So were you rooting for them? You was rooting for them?
I mean, at that point, they should have won. They beat my team. Y'all need to win.
Kid just upset because they lost and now the Packers live in. That's why he upset. If they would have won, he would have been like, "Well, we lost."
All right, bro. I'm like, all right.
I said the same thing, bro. When we played them, when did we play them? Week 2? Week 3?
Mm-hmm.
Like we stopped running the ball, trying to beat them.
Exactly.
We stopped running the ball. We ran the ball. We probably been up 15 points in the first.
We out here running for 400 yards and then want to pass for 300.
But moving on, man, to the last game, man. We can wrap this up. It's been a pretty lengthy one. But we got a full house and everything. Playoff football too, man. We got the Bucs taking on the Saints. I saw a joke. Somebody said this joint should be on the History Channel. I thought that's kind of funny. Both of these quarterbacks, all that stuff. The Saints whooped the Bucs ass both times.
No, with Brady. Say his name.
But this was without AB.
The second game they had AB, but I think he just got there. But yeah, Brady got his ass kicked first two games.
I don't think they can do it 3 times.
I was about to say.
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Whooping they ass 3 straight times. I do not see that happening. Winning,
but beating them 3 straight times, getting 3 straight W's. That's
hard. Getting 3 straight W's is hard. It's hard getting 2.
I said
it's like the Steelers versus the Browns. If you're being honest,
like it's like it is a divisional game. Like it's already hard to beat a team twice. That's why a lot of good teams in the same division they split every year. That's why it's hard. They already got 2. Getting a 3rd one, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough. And yeah, I know my motto. Tom Brady in the playoffs, I ain't betting against him. I don't care what y'all say. So
we already see Drew Brees finds every way to lose.
Yeah, I was just about to say I just can't trust the Saints. I don't know why. I just can't trust them, bro. I'm going with the Buccaneers.
And it ain't even with Brady anymore. I want the Saints fan to lose because I want to see the Saints fans cry again. Always crying.
They always find a way to choke.
But you know what? They always quick to call out other people's teams. But I'm like, it's weird because y'all be in such positions to win and y'all just suck it up.
New Orleans 2nd place.
They want to blame the refs and flags and all this nonsense like they didn't crawl them back into the game themselves.
But this should be a good game. I mean, I hate to say this too about this guy because I like him, but we talk about Jalen Ramsey and DK Metcalf. Hey, Marshawn Lattimore been having Miguel Evans in Pelican Bay for a minute, so he will have to break out.
It's AB.
Now I was about to say, but this is why AB is a huge factor because AB get to going. That's
so sad.
How is that sad?
That Saints defense is suspect too, bro. They can definitely get shredded.
The Saints defense too. They got a good pass rush, and so
beat Antonio Brown. It's so sad, bro.
Huh?
We beat that team without Devontae Adams.
Y'all lost to that team too. What's your point?
What's your point?
We beat the Saints without Devontae Adams.
And y'all lost to the Bucks without Antonio Brown. So what's your point?
Hamp literally just pointed out it's hard to beat the same team twice in the division.
The quote GOAT can't even get it done.
My guy, you got ran through by Dalvin Cook.
What are you talking about, Dalvin?
Rodgers lost to this Bucks team. Like, what are you talking about?
They don't listen. They ain't our division. They played them twice.
And they didn't even have their chemistry the first time.
Listen, they got smacked twice. There's a pattern.
Say that. Kid ain't want to say that when I told him that week 2 afterwards. I said they didn't have chemistry. Literally, Mike Evans and Brady was disconnected the whole time. Mike Evans and Brady are finally clicking now. And if Chris Godwin don't sell and drops on the passes, they probably blow the Washington team out even more.
The quote unquote GOAT shouldn't have these problems. We need to get it done.
Gronk didn't even do it.
They almost lost to the Washington football team.
He got to at this point. Gronk
and Washington literally got there because of their defense. So what are you saying?
They almost lost. Listen, hold on. Y'all say old boy look like Aaron Rodgers? You tell me Drew Brees ain't gonna dot that defense up?
No.
I ain't saying he won't.
Man, Drew Brees for a few of those snaps in that Chicago game. I'm like, what is Drew Brees do?
Exactly, boy. Thank you.
That's a better defense.
And I don't know if it was.
No, it's not, kid. Stop it.
No, it's not. That's why I literally wanted to stop myself from saying that. I was like, I know kid gonna say this, but
he tried to sneak it in there. He said the Bears got a better defense than the Bucks. He tried to sneak it in there.
No, they
do
don't.
not.
And they got Devin White back. You can't lose.
Say Devin White back, which is very huge. A lot of people don't realize Devin White is their leading sack leader too. Is what they like. And I pointed this out to Hamp. I said what they like to do is they like to send a 4-man rush and blitz Devin White up the gap, and no White can stop him.
They had Devin White the first 2 games. How many times did Brees get sacked in those 2 games? Did they even touch Brees?
They had no choice because Brees was almost dead anyway.
The first game, Brees ain't do nothing. The first game, Brees ain't do nothing.
What happened second game?
Wasn't Brees hurt?
The second game, they was running the football with Alvin Kamara, I think.
Listen, Saints will go in there.
Wait, was it Taysom Hill the second game?
It wasn't Taysom. It wasn't Taysom. Brees is out.
Brees must have came back that game.
Had 4 touchdowns the second.
I was about to say Brees must have came back that game.
Yeah, that might have been that game.
You know what? He did come back because that's what the big deal was. Yeah, he came back. Yeah.
Nah, he came back the game before dotting up the Bears.
But the Bucks defense is a little. I said secondary. The Bucks defense is a little suspect because I've been telling kids the whole entire year. I've been trying to tell people their secondary is trash. They're young and they guess a lot. They don't know technique, none of that stuff. They guess a lot. If the pressure ain't getting there, then they can get dotted up. And that was the issue too. Tabo's last game against Washington, I don't know what he was doing. He kept sitting back in coverage, and then when he did blitz, they didn't get there. So I mean, the Saints could potentially have their way with them. And I'm not saying that the Saints can't win, but hey, kid love using Shannon Sharp's quotes and all that stuff all the time until he don't work for him. But Shannon Sharp already said himself. He said them 2 games in the regular season really don't matter at this point. He said, and I actually and he made a good point. The Bucks are at an advantage going into this game because they lost those 2 games and got blown out. Now they have a more focus on what has to be fixed and everything. Saints fight hard. That's your guy, kid. You love using Shannon Sharp. That's what he said, not me.
Hey, all right. I'm just gonna say, all right, bro. All right.
Like I said,
it should be a good one.
It should be a good one. I'm not saying the Saints can't win this game, but I don't expect the Saints to blow them out. I will be shocked.
It have to be a shootout. They're gonna have to shoot them out. They're gonna have to go score to score.
And I can see that. I can see it being a shootout, but hopefully too. Maybe if the Buccaneers do what they did last game in terms of running forward, because I feel like the Saints front 4 isn't as good. They stop. But I'm saying like the Saints front 4 in terms of pass rush isn't as good as Washington. The Buccaneers.
I now that you said that, they that the whole thing that they said that game coming from that game, like, look, we got to run the football. We only ran the ball 4 or 5 times or something like that.
The second game they ran the ball like 4 or 5 times, and I told you after that week, I said
the Bucks might go in there trying to force them to run out of their game plan. I mean, they might go in there overthinking it too. You might go in there like, bro, we got blew out 38-3. So we go in here, we gonna overthink it. I mean, it can go both ways, bro.
I'm about to overthink it. What's going to happen is they're going to come out there and try to run the football and stuff to play action. If the run's not starting off in the beginning, what they made a mistake second game was they didn't even attempt to run the football. Like they ran like one time on the first drive, and then that was it for like the rest of the game. And one of the other rushes out of the 4 or 5 rushes they had was a kneel down. So what does that even do? So I think the Buccaneers are going to go into this game, try to run the football, solidify, eat some clock because their defense is suspect too. And I think is really going to be on Antonio Brown. I think Antonio Brown is this is the game where Antonio Brown steps up because Marshawn Lattimore has been having Mike Evans' number. Chris Godwin, he's been decent, but that he has a finger injury. And I think that's been causing his drops a little bit more this year. So this is going to be on AB, man. AB didn't have the chemistry. That was his first game with the Saints. Now I think for the past 5-6 games, he scored a touchdown. So this be a step up, man. This is right here.
Should be a good one. NFC carrying the weekend this weekend. You know what I'm saying? We're carrying this weekend. Let's go.
Just stop.
He really tried it.
Yeah, he really tried it.
Y'all carry the wild card. We gonna carry the division. You know what I'm saying?
The AFC carries everything.
Deshaun Ghostin was just spotted at the Lakers and Rockets game. If anybody care.
He watching a blowout.
Oh, they having guests in there. That's crazy.
Yeah, Travis Scott was there.
It's in Texas. You already know.
No, I'm just talking about the NBA.
Yeah.
Ain't no protocols. They don't care. Take playoff time. They may not even get to the playoff.
What we doing? Choosing Clippers of the week?
Yeah, man. We're going to Clippers of the week, and then we're going to get up out of here. We got a very lengthy show.
My Clipper of the week is Corvette.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Who you got, kid?
Offense, I got to give it to Lamar, man. He did his thing. He had like 130 on the ground. What?
180 passing.
180 passing. You overcame that hurdle, and
stats in front of you, Ham?
No, I was paying attention. I knew it was gonna come up just in case somebody wants to say something.
I'm gonna give it to Mar for offense.
I mean, it ain't 500, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying.
Defense, I'm gonna give it to that Ravens defense, man. They held, like I said, they did better than I expected for what they did to Derrick Henry. I did not see that coming at all. So I'm gonna give it to both of them guys. Well, that team.
Who you got down?
I'm gonna give it to Josh Allen. Shout out to Bills Mafia. And defense, I'm giving it to the Rams.
Who you got, Ham?
I was going to give my defensive Clippers to either Marcus Peters or Calais Campbell, because Calais Campbell, he felt a way about that guy. I think it's just that he's seen Derrick Henry a lot from that division.
You saw that clip?
He was fired up. He was fired up. He felt the way about that guy. I think he felt the way about what happened last time that made them look soft because the narrative was they didn't come out and all this other nonsense. So they felt the way. Peters is one that caused it. But I'm going to give my defensive Clippers to Jalen Ramsey. He had that boy in an insane asylum, in a straitjacket.
That boy was going crazy.
It was to the point where, the Twitter analyst, especially Shannon Sharp, he was like, all right, don't get baited into forcing passes, and then they do it, and it's a pick six. So I'm going to give my defensive Clippers to Jalen Ramsey. My offense, I'm going with the offensive Clippers. I don't even think we need to say nothing. That boy LJ, he did a lot of things that, they said he couldn't do it. He wasn't going to win. There was, the Titans own them. That's their daddies. Hey, they did what they're supposed to do. They did it. And we're gonna talk about. I wasn't gonna name no names. I wasn't gonna name no names. It's all good. They did it in front of about 50,000 people because I don't care what nobody say. Them stands was packed.
So Ham, I had to take. We talked about this. There were a lot of cutouts. They did closer shots. So a lot of them that I thought were fans were cutouts. So
listen. I know what I heard. It sounded like it was quite a few. They didn't care about no COVID. All that just to get I'll get stomped, get your logo stomped on. That's kind of crazy. Live and in living color. So that's my Clippers going.
Who you got, Boyd?
Mine is going to the offense is going to Mike Pouncey. He did his thing.
But it had to be somebody that won. Fix this.
Why are you taking?
I was about to say, it got to be somebody that won, sir.
Sir, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I'm kamikaze now. Mike Pouncey is my offense, and my defense, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it to.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to go and give it to Big Ben for the 4 picks. Yeah, that's how that goes.
That Big Ben.
Thanks for the years. Thanks for
that Big Ben pack going crazy.
Thanks for the years. Thanks for the work, but you ain't getting $40 million. Get the fuck out of
here. You ain't gas him up.
The way to go.
What
all business, baby. It's all about business. That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy. That's wild. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. I have the theme this week. I'm only going to give it to teams who went on the road and won. Walking their trap, take over their trap. Go ahead and give it to Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Chase Young was talking about he wanted Brady. He wanted that, and Brady was clean as a whistle. Even though you saw Chase Young got to the game, said he needed that jersey off him, because he couldn't sack him, so he had to get it afterwards. And for defense, I gotta give it to Jalen Ramsey, man. That boy had him in Pelican Bay for real, bro. Like, I was like, damn, he looked like Batman when somebody got a drug dealer going on, man. Had that boy boxed up and everything.
The great Brady.
The goat Brady, yeah.
He one of them. He just ain't better than Peyton. But go ahead.
And if he lose, and guess what, kid? And if he loses this week, guess what? He's still the GOAT.
You heard what Tony Dungy said?
I don't care what Tony Dungy said.
Whoa! There would be no Tony Dungy slander, sir.
What Tony Dungy say? Saying all that while he was taking that. I ain't trying to hear it. That's it, man. I'm done, man. I'm done.
You ain't give your Clippers, coward.
I did.
Who? Yeah, he did.
Who you picked?
I said Lamar and the Ravens.
Yeah. Go Colts. Go ahead.
Anyway, appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's a long one. You sat through the whole thing. Appreciate that. As always, if y'all want to get in contact with these dudes, man, make sure y'all check the description below. All they channels, they social media links, all that good stuff is in there. And we'll catch y'all next week, man. Continue the playoffs. So we out.